What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Another day in the week to most people. Yes, just another day. And I'm so mad about what happened today. I can't even see straight. I don't even know what to do at this point.
I think you're exaggerating slightly.
I know. I'm quite pissed off about it. Okay. Yesterday I had to go in for blood work, okay? So we're just going to get right into it. I had to go in for blood work. Today I had to go in for a physical, which they measured my height, which apparently I've dropped an inch. Now I'm only 6'1" and a little bit. So I've shrank an inch. Wow, that's what she said. And so the nurse takes me in there and starts examining me. And then they start asking, about when I quit smoking and all that, which was, I think, 2011. And then she begins to tell me that, I said, I don't smoke, I vape. And she's like, why don't you just smoke? Smoking's better for you than vaping. I was like, oh, really? What proof do you have that smoking is better for me than vaping? I want you to tell me. All those chemicals you're putting into your body. I'm like, what? PG, VG, and nicotine? Seriously? And then, what did she say after that? Oh, my God. I can't even remember. But she's like, well, you do you. You do you. And I'm like, okay, well, that's what I planned on doing. But what's weird about that is, I'm like, you got your facts all wrong, et cetera, et cetera. But as she's going on, she gave me a tetanus shot, right? So she gives me the tetanus shot. As she lifts up my sleeve, she goes, wow, you don't have any tattoos? I was like, no. She's like, what, are you afraid of needles? I'm like, no, I just don't want permanent markings on my body. I don't have anything against tattoos, but honestly, I think I wouldn't like the artist that did my work, and I'd be mad about it, and it'd be a permanent mark on my body. And she's like, oh, you just need to do your research and find the right one. I was like, touche. Really? You gonna tell me I need to do my research when you don't know jack crap about vaping? Seriously. That made me so mad. But then, that was the nurse. Okay, that's the nurse. Then the doctor came in. And the doctor tried to tell me, vaping's not good for you, blah, 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 blah. The thing that bothers Munchkin and I the most is they're telling their patients this. So I don't understand how we're going to get people off of smoking cigarettes if our own freaking doctors are telling us smoking's better for you than vaping. What commercials or stupid crap have you been watching that makes... And, I didn't even get to what the doctor said, because the doctor goes, well, we really don't have enough data yet or a long enough study yet to see if vaping's safe. I was like, hello? When did I quit smoking? 2011? How much data do you need, doctor? How much do you need? I'm just like, whoa. And the nurse, I told her, I was like, a friend of mine, Bill Asbestos, had really bad lungs, and he started vaping. And he went back and had his lungs checked, and they told him he had lungs like a teenager. And she's like, well, I don't know if I want lungs of a teenager. Have you seen some of the teenagers these days? And I'm like, really? I just, oh my God, I was so ticked off about that. Oh, but I didn't even get to the best part. Then the doctor, because I told her, I said, there was a point when I stopped smoking. I didn't vape or smoke. I quit everything for about 2 years, but I had a really bad attitude. People didn't like being around me. And I told the doctor, I was like, look, if I don't have my nicotine, I might hurt somebody. I get really ill. And if I can notice it myself, then I know it's other people notice it. So she's like, well, have you tried Chantix? And I'm like, Chantix? Seriously? I was like, my ex-wife took Chantix and it drove her nuts. You think I'm going to take it? Well, that's very few cases. And you're not on the same genetic level as your ex-wife. I'm like, look, I've seen way too many horror stories about Chantix.
Because all of our doctors are paid for these fucking pharmaceutical companies to push their garbage.
No desire to. What's so weird about that, right? She's telling me to take Chantix, right? But all this other stuff, then she's like, well, you shouldn't have to take medicine for that, or you shouldn't have to take medicine for this. And I'm like, but you're trying to push Chantix on me? Seriously? No. I said, Chantix is a pill to help you. It's called
Champix over there, Cloud Chucker, but it's a failed antidepressant.
Yeah.
That happened to have the side effect of making people quit smoking. It also drove some people to suicidal or homicidal thoughts, among other things.
I don't know Frankenmeiser, but
he's part of Riverside. Doctors aren't supposed to get kickbacks, but we all know they fucking do.
That's how you quit the stinkies? Well, okay. Everybody can do what they see fit. I just saw what it did to her, and I have no desire. I mean, people think of suicide and everything else when they're taking Chantix. I personally do not feel comfortable in taking that, so I'm not doing it. But yeah, and then she goes,
"Job,
well, you stopped smoking in 2011.
Wellbutrin is something completely different, but that is also an antidepressant. Chantix is completely its own medication.
So now they want me to have, since I stopped smoking in 2011, they want me to have a lung x-ray. And I'm like, really? So what, 15 years later, you want me to have a lung x-ray now? And then not only did she tell me I needed to have this lung x-ray, which is probably, it's a CT scan, which is probably really expensive. She said I would have to do it yearly. Once a year, get a CT scan. I'm like, no, if I'm good,
if your insurance covers it, why not?
Yeah, it's just like, come on, man. I was so ticked off.
You know what? It's about time we make insurance companies start paying for shit we don't fucking need because they won't cover anything else. Fuck them, rack it up.
So, yeah, I don't even know. I mean, I really want to go back to the doctor's office because it's like, you guys are basically telling your patients to smoke instead of vaping because you think smoking is better for you when people die from cigarettes every few seconds. Why in the hell would you try and make people smoke cigarettes? That don't make any sense.
If anything, right? And the doctor may not have known that the nurse said that, but if anything,
hey, Shopky,
you can say, the jury is still out as far as the health effects of vaping, right?
Right.
But don't just tell somebody flat out that vaping is worse for you than smoking because you're giving people who don't want to quit smoking to begin with a free pass to continue to kill themselves.
Yeah, you're pushing them along. It's like, well, I was going to try vaping and then the doctor
But my doctor said I might as well just keep smoking.
Don't do that. You should, yeah, that's, man, oh, man. That gets on my, why am I been doing a show this long? It's just like.
Now, I will say this, right? The doctor's office he goes to.
Shane said he couldn't get on. No, it's bad. Oh, rain. Okay. Okay, so he said he can't jump on because it's raining bad.
I don't know why this doctor's office is like this, but 90% of the people that go there are elderly. Once you hit
Thanks.
75, 80,
So I'm
fuck it.
elderly now.
No, I just noticed that when I went, that
Hey, Breeze.
everybody there was like 70 or older. We're the youngest fucking people that go.
Breeze, you missed the whole rant, and I can't do it all over again. You're going to have to rewatch, Breeze. Just
It wasn't
basically,
really a
my
rant.
doctor's office has lost their mind. That's the gist of it. Telling people that smoking's better than vaping. I'm just like, I think they tried to tell me that last time, but they didn't elaborate on it last time. So this time I figured I'd dive a little
The girl
deeper.
told me that when I told her I don't smoke, I vape. And she's like, you have no idea what's in that. I said, I make my own. I know exactly what's in it. Yeah. And then my other doctor, when I was arguing with him about it, he's like, but you should just quit completely. And I'm like, eventually I will, but I really enjoy my nicotine. And that it's not about harm elimination, it's harm reduction. And he was like, all right, I can't argue with that.
60 watt
He
guy.
actually wanted to have a conversation about it, though, instead of just blowing him off like she did when she didn't have any good comeback.
Yeah, she basically, 60 watt guy, my doctor's office, my nurse and my doctor both told me that smoking is better for me than vaping. That's pretty much
what they said was vaping is worse for you than smoking.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what they were saying. Do you know what kind of chemicals that's putting into your body?
Yes.
Way less than cigarettes. How about that? That's what I said, you know. I can't believe, but then the nurse had the nerve to ask me why I don't have tattoos. And I told her I don't trust the artist. And, oh, you need to do your research. And I was thinking the same thing about her vape-wise. You need to do your research and not watch the stupid commercials on TV that tell you you're inhaling metal.
Look, I don't expect a doctor to know everything, okay? I don't. Things in medicine change daily. I don't expect them to know everything. But what I do expect them to do is to keep their mouth shut when they can't back up what they're saying.
Right.
So you don't know enough about vaping to make that declaration. So what she should have said was, well, I hope you do your research on that and left it at that. We don't come to you, nurse, for your fucking opinion. Okay. I don't.
I didn't know Jen from e-cigs was watching. She gave me something a video. She said, this is why they say that. So I'll have to watch that video later. I can't watch it right now, but I will watch that, Jen. And thanks. It's just, it blows my mind.
They're trying to push that damn Chantix prescription.
Yeah, I don't want no damn Chantix. They've lost their mind. I'm fine with vaping. I was like, and they were like, oh, there's way more nicotine in it than smoking. I'm like, no, it is not. I literally
can be
6 milligrams.
Not in mine.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's what my first doctor asked me. Well, why don't you just quit? And I said, because I don't want to. I didn't want to quit smoking either. Because I don't want to. So this is the lesser of two evils.
Am I doing a build tonight? Maybe, Cloud Chucker. If you're really nice, I might do some kind of build. I don't know yet. I just put some juice in here. I have a juice that is like a butterscotch juice, and my tank is pretty much full right now. So I don't know if I'm gonna get to the point where I can build it.
What? Why are you walking around yowling?
Well, we knew that already, Shane, that your brain was gone. But you know, we still take pity on you and you know, hang out with you.
Yeah, I mean, I can breathe better. I don't get sick as often. I'm still short of breath because I'm fat and out of shape. It has nothing to do with the vaping thing. I just know my lungs don't hurt when I woke up in the morning and I don't hack up a bunch of crap
Jen
from
made
my
the
lungs.
video. It's 3 minutes long. I mean, if I have I will post a link to the video so you guys can see it. Because right now
CDC.
Let me go into my messages here. I'll grab this link
Exactly,
from Jen.
60 watt.
Copy link address. There we go. Let's see if I can post this in here. This is the video that Jen. Whoa, that's way too long of a link. Why did it do that?
You gotta use
Holy
tiny
moly.
URL. I'll be
Yeah,
right back.
but you don't have to do tiny URL. If it would have just copied the link instead of Facebook adding on all the bull crap onto it. Hold on a second. I'll copy this link. I know how to do this. Copy. Yeah, let's try that one. Bet you that one don't post that long link. That's what I thought. Look at there. Nice and short. Try to make that link like 5 pages long. Build another tank. I have lots. Well, that's true, Cloud Chucker. I do have a lot of tanks. What my plan is, it was a absolute perfect day to go flying yesterday, and I did not. I kicked myself for it, but I know that our boss gave us the 5th of July off. So we have basically, when I get off on the 3rd of July, I have 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th of July off. So I planned on going up to Eastern Shore, which is where I went to that fly-in, the Spring Wing, and soar the shore and fly from there. Because that's a gigantic airport. And I was hoping I could get my buddy to come up there that just got a trike so I could show him the basics of the trike and, you know, maybe get him in the air. But he's too busy. So that ain't going to happen. A wasted flying day is a sin. I know, right, John? It was nice, man. By the time I got off work, they were already at the LZ, and it's a good 30, 45 minutes away from me. And it was almost sunset. By the time I would have got my stuff loaded and got there, the sun would have been down. It would have been too late. But it was very nice. Like no wind at all. Like nothing. Maybe 2 miles an hour. And it wasn't hot, which last weekend it was so hot here. Nobody even came outside. It was 97, I think. And then with the heat index, it was 115, 120, something like that, which is nuts for this time of year. It's not supposed to be that hot in June. Maybe August and September. Well, September it starts cooling off a little bit, but yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, you're here in Virginia, right, John? I mean, if you weren't way on the other side of Virginia, which I mean hours away, I'd come see you. But you're too daggum far. If you come to the east side of Virginia, I'm right here, man. If you really want to fly that bad, hey, I got a wing, I got a paramotor here, you know. Hate for you to miss out. I mean, you offered to me, I can at least do the same for you. Like, man, I got 5 days, what I do. But you're supposed to be doing family time stuff, so I get it. I get it. Yeah, I know you're fiending for it. You got to get up and fly, which I don't blame you at all. But I'm good. You know, at least I don't have it so bad that, like, when I fly, I have to fly again the very next day. I'm like, oh, or I'm going nuts. I feel like once I get a flight in, I'm good for a couple weeks at least, and then yeah,
Still all he talks about.
I do talk about it a lot. I love big mods and big RDAs and tanks. Well, darn. You know, as far as big mods and tanks go, the Valkyrie, yeah, we both have that one. Mine's, I don't know where mine is. Mine's on that big, gigantic purple mod thingamajigger. Where is that? Oh, no, here's the purple mod with no tank on top of it. And I know you didn't take my tank. Oh,
You're in Utah?
I see it, I think.
Hmm.
This big tank? Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me there.
Still got 46% battery. The purple hog. Yeah, I thought it was on the purple one, but it's not. It's on the what do you call this? The Hadron Pro, which is a big old DNA 250C strong son of a gun. So I haven't baked it. I bet you it probably tastes terrible right now. Gonna find
So I
out.
noticed you swiped my body spray out of the bathroom and used that for the car.
No, it was already in the car. Did you put it in there?
The red bottle of candied apple was not in the car already.
Oh, maybe I did. Maybe I did. Hey, it was good air freshener. Now the car smells like candy apple.
Now, when I roll the windows down, all I smell is mold. So we need to get like a brush and scrub the windshield wipers and all the nooks and crannies around the windows. And it still has a weird smell. It's you know what it smells like? It smells like horse. Like wet hay.
The
It's
Ragnar.
stinky.
I have the Ragnar somewhere. I don't know where it is. You know, Shane, you need to, because you always put it off and you keep putting it off. And you're in Florida, man, where you have like almost every day is flyable for you. So you don't have a lot of excuses. And you're not like in a restricted fly zone like I am. So
Wet hay and mold. Yeah, it stinks.
ooh,
It was sitting in the woods his front yard, but for 2 years.
wet hay. Yeah, I can't describe that smell that gets in a car when it's been sitting for a long
Hey,
time.
Roger.
But she got a tag. So we got another car here now. So now we have two vehicles that are actually movable.
Well, I don't live in it.
Hers is
Driving it.
hers is still out of commission, which I did get the whole knuckle off that car, but I got to find a replacement. And but she got a tag and insurance and everything on the new car, and not new car.
How you doing, Roger?
The
It's an old car. Was it a 2011?
2012.
2012.
Yeah.
It's a Mitsubishi Galant, which after driving the Pilot, I literally feel like I'm dragging my ass on the ground when I drive.
Yeah, it's like a little go-kart.
Because it's so low to the ground, but it reacts when I move the steering wheel, it goes and it drives like a go-kart. Yes, CDC. Not as busy as we were during the pandemic. It slowed down considerably for a while, and now it's picked back up a lot.
I don't know about the whole. I mean, last month we had over 100 orders. This month we're in the mid 80s right now. Probably going to go to about 90, so it's still pretty close. But that's a lot for just one of our offices. So if you take our office, which we do way more than all the other offices, let's be real. The other offices, I don't know what they do. I'm gonna have to count them up, but it's not even close.
We're at 80. I only had 50 for myself last month. So it's 80 total?
Yeah, we had 84 or 85 total for this month.
Yeah. So
but last month was over 100 and something. Now I know a few of those were
canceled. And half of those were mine.
Yeah. I'm offline.
I don't think so.
Well, it said your internet connection is offline, and
it doesn't. It doesn't have 4-wheel drive, but
no, it's
like
not
a
the
base
4-wheel
model.
drive, 4-wheel steer. Oh, what's up,
Hey,
Paul? Paul. Yeah, I knew that name seemed familiar, but I was like, is that him? I don't know. He's just not using his Paul Vapes login. Yeah, it was telling me I was offline. I'm like, all right. It blinked. Okay. Thanks, Tiger.
Now, I did get my blingy steering wheel cover put on that because it won't fit on the Scion because the steering wheel's too thick. But it fit in the what the hell's the name of that car? The Galant.
Yeah.
And then I had to get new floor mats because the other ones were gross. I asked the boss, did you just take like a soda and just like spray it around in the car? Because there was like, you could tell he had kids. Like all the cup holders have like spilled soda congealed in it. And
yeah, that car needed a lot of cleaning, which I spent. I steamed the seats with a steamer Then I came back and used a shampooer on it, and then after that a steam cleaner vacuum type thing on it after that. So they've been done 3 times. That's
Yeah,
as much
they
as I
need to
can
be
do.
done again. But like there's still some spots like where the gear shift is. I need to get some like I have I have extra makeup brushes I can use, but I don't think the bristles are stiff enough. So what I need to get
They sell
is some
detail
like
brushes. I used to use them a lot.
yeah, but they're probably more expensive when I can just get some cheap paint brushes, like
They're
the horsehair
not that
paint brushes.
expensive, and they're just
Um,
thicker horsehair brushes. That's all they are.
what I'm saying, but I could probably get some of them cheap ones from like the dollar store or something and
Maybe.
toss them when I'm done with them. But I got some floor mats that match the car that also have rhinestones on the side of them. So those are blingy too. Now I just need to get the front license plate has the base that you put the plate on, and the ones on the back. I put the plates on. I got halfway to work, and someone pulled up beside me and was like, "Hey, your license plate flew off back there." And I'm like, "Great, thank you." Um, So now I took it off and now it's propped up in the back window so the cops can see it from behind me. But I want to get some blingy license plate things too.
Yeah, Will wants me to start over. I'll give you a summary, Will. How about that? I
Let's
went to
notes.
the doctor today to get a physical, and they told me that smoking was better for me than vaping.
No, they told you vaping was worse than smoking.
Then they tried to put me on Chantix, and I told them they lost their damn mind, and that was the end of that. So there you go.
And then the lady nurse told him that since he didn't have any tattoos, because he was concerned with infection and trusting the artist, that he just needed to do his research. It's an excellent idea.
So yeah, that's
Yeah,
basically.
there, you're all caught up.
Yeah.
No, we're
Did I
not
get into
sitting
the
on me.
discussion? I tried to get into a discussion with the doctor. They pretty much okay. When you get into a conflict talking to your doctor, which you don't want to tick them off, but I was trying to be, just have a intelligent conversation with the doctor. But when you get to a point that they don't really have answers for, they just go, you do what
They
you want to
changed the
do.
subject.
Yeah, you go ahead and do what you want to do. But my opinion is this. And I'm like, okay, well, um, I don't, yeah. That's what's so weird about it. It seemed like when I first told her that I got off cigarettes and I was vaping, they were happy about that. But over the years, now they think vaping's bad. So what changed their mind? The
Right.
media? It's like, why is it now?
Well, most of them don't even know what you're talking about when you would refer to something like that. Um, they may have heard something about people being injured, right? But they don't know enough about it to even bring it up.
Take away his BB? What is his BB? He vapes and gets worked up. John French, we were just talking about you. I was like,
No, you're
man,
not sitting on me. Get off.
I told him I was going to go to the Eastern
Hi,
Shore on
Nicholas.
July 3rd so that I could, hello, Nicholas, July 3rd so that I could go flying July 4th. But I said, oh yeah, John French is, he's too busy because I'd love to get him, the basics of the trike. And I guarantee he could not only learn the trike in one day, but be in the air that same day.
You just want to play with his toys.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I have a trike.
Yeah, but
I mean, I love to see
he's got a
his.
different one.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, he does have a different trike.
Mm-hmm.
That was the other one I was considering, but I'm okay with my trike. It's fine. I just like that one because it folds up. I like the way it has cables to keep the frame steady. That's what I like about the Foxy trike. So that's pretty, and that it hooks together a lot faster. While he's already hooked up and gone, I'm still screwing mine down to my base. So there's that. Yeah. Now, John, I'm not saying that vaping is better than nothing at all,
No,
but it's
that's why
definitely
we don't
better than smoking.
tell people that don't smoke to pick up vaping. There's no point in it.
I just the impression I got, John, was that if somebody comes into the doctor and says, "I'm thinking about quitting smoking, maybe I'll try vaping," and the doctor goes, "No, you might as well smoke because it's better for you than vaping."
And that's what they're gonna do.
That's what I'm worried about.
Mm-hmm.
So people that actually come in that are thinking about quitting smoking, they're telling them, "No, go ahead and smoke. It's better than vaping." That's the kicker, which is driving me up the wall. I want to go picket the doctor's office.
I mean, you could get some studies together and email them to her and just say, I would just appreciate if you would take a look at some of this.
Yeah. Oh, it was so nice yesterday, man. I really wanted to fly, but
It's not nice. It's been hot as fuck for like the past month.
It was not
nice is subjective.
It was not as hot, and I was talking about around sundown, so it was cooler, but I turned the commercials down as far as I can, Bill H. I'm sorry. Hopefully it's a fast commercial. Oh, I raised my hand, so it switched us.
Here, I'll raise my hand. Maybe it'll switch back.
Okay, you did it. Now why? Oh, because my hand's still up.
Oh, well, lower your damn hand. There we go.
It switched. Okay, good. I needed a flight. He is pretty.
He can't fly tomorrow because we have been volunteered to attend a fundraiser tomorrow in Virginia Beach.
We're going to help underprivileged children tomorrow.
I didn't even look up what it's for.
Yeah,
but he was like, it's at a bar. And then he's like, I'll pay you. I'm like, why would you pay me to go hang out at a bar?
Darn. He didn't offer to pay me. That's messed up.
See, when he said, I'll pay you, I'm like, why? You're not showing up, are you? No, I plan on being there. But his daughter's got a field hockey game, so he's going to be coming in and out. But.
Well, I mean, John, okay, let's don't get it wrong. It has unlimited seafood and barbecue and
trips beer. To the beer truck.
So why not go? Just saying.
Right.
It's all you can eat and drink. Yeah, I'd like to go to those things.
He's got some flying videos on this channel, 60 watt.
Yeah. Go to
when you should have gotten a mandatory commercial when you joined that you had to watch.
Crimea River with seafood and drinks.
I know, right?
Yeah, 60 watt guy. If you go and click on, I have a playlist of paramotor videos. There's a bunch of them. Go watch any of those, and you'll see what I do in my spare time, which I love to go flying. Which a lot of people in this chat will fly. Kramer, John French, Shane, Bill H, John Wayne. Who am I missing?
I'm not such a fan. I'm just going to say.
She's not a fan of it, but...
You know what I'm not a fan of? These giant fucking headphones. I hate them. I feel like a electronic Princess Leia.
You look like
I don't like it.
Cartoon character with those big headphones on. What's up, Scott? Yeah, I'm sorry. We'll figure out what's wrong with you. You should have told me and we would have figured out your other headset.
No, but I think it's fried.
It's
go, like John. 8 years old. So, I mean, I think it's just fucking dead. So, yes, there will be gratuitous use of the F word tonight.
I did get the new LEDs in because I cut the last strip, which is now our lights in our kitchen.
Yeah, let me move the camera up and y'all might be able to see him a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Controller, here we go.
She's going to try to show you all the lights. I just have it on a pattern that does a...
Nope, wrong way.
Yeah.
Wrong direction. Damn it. Okay, that's not going to work. Yeah.
Okay, so at the top of the cabinets, I already had LEDs up there. So at the bottom, you can kind of see the bottom one's doing a wave type thing. That's the LEDs that were on the paramotor that are now, that got chopped up. So now I'm using them as cabinet lights. But
do you have your phone with you where you can change the settings?
Yes.
Correct you are, King Cobra. No, you know what annoys me about it, right? Is I can literally hear myself inhale, and that's bugging the shit out of me. I can't hear myself talk, but I can hear every inhale. I can hear when I swallow. That's annoying.
You can't really see.
I'm annoying myself.
That's red, white, and blue, and you can't really tell. But I mean, you can tell that I'm changing it.
Mm-hmm. They're very irritating, Shane. Then again, I am easily irritated.
It's cool for a nice light.
They're making my ears sweat.
Nice light in the kitchen, anyway.
It doesn't sound like Fonzie. Can't even do Fonzie.
Fonzie. What was I about to say before I completely got off subject?
Must have been a lie.
Oh, the LEDs. Yeah, I was going to put them on the paramotor today. It's been so hot out here, guys. I ain't lying. They paved our road today, which made life so much fun trying to get in and out of our driveway.
Well, the cats would not stand for that dire thing.
It looks like John French lives in a place where he has plenty of room to go and kite wing and practice on a big ass
backyard.
Yeah, he's got enough room to do it right there. And I wouldn't say take off from there, but you could learn everything right there in that yard. Just saying. But yeah, you would need practice in a bigger field. But yeah, I already got the Velcro and everything on the LEDs. I just need to go install them and be done with it. Have you seen the new Nightmare? Cloud Chucker, if anybody keeps up with the new RDAs, it's you. I have not seen the new Nightmare V2. I'm so far out of the loop because I don't watch any other reviewers anymore. The only show that I sometimes watch is Mick and Bill from Late Night Vape Show. The rest of them, zero. I just have
I don't know what got into them, CDC. They just decided they were going to rip up our road and repave it.
Yeah, at least they paved the roads, right? And it's so much nicer. Man, our road is nice and smooth. I'm going to be able to ride my trike right out of the driveway and go up the street on smooth road. So as far as pods go, I got a bunch in. One of them was the Spaceman. This was the Sour Grape. It has a cool display. I may have shown this before.
I do.
So it looks like this.
Why would it do that?
It's at 22% juice level because I've been vaping the crap out of it. I still got some that are brand new, which this one is Blue Peach Mango. Haven't tried it yet. And then I have Blue Raz Tang. And the one that I'm vaping, well, here's the box for it, is Mr. Fog. And this is Pina Colada. Because I like pina coladas. All right, yeah. There you go. This one's actually not that bad. Munchkin didn't like it. She says it tastes like a melon. But I think it tastes like... it tastes like pina colada, but it has a ice factor on the end. So it's not bad. I like it. I was like really wanting something that had that nice pina colada flavor, and it's got it in there. I mean, I don't know who makes it. It just says Mr. Fog, so I don't know. I know DCF has it, so there you go. Enjoy to the last puff. We shall see. This is a 15,000 watt, 15,000 watts.
That's a lot of watts.
That's a lot. 15,000 puff, supposedly. We'll see. I doubt that already. I mean, the battery life on the Arc mod that I have seems to last a long time, and I got 4 more of those Arc mods coming, so I'll get to try different flavors. Hello, Lindy. Linda. Listen, Linda, listen. You know, when I was looking up what's that called? StreamYard before. They had a paid for version and a free version, but the free version only gave you a slight amount of time. Now, I went and looked it up again recently, and it says it gives you 20 hours for free. Now, if you add up, even if I did one show every Friday for 2 hours, that's only 8 hours. That still gives me 12 hours that I can broadcast live on free. Now, do I really want to use StreamYard? I don't know. I do like the fact that you can just pop up somebody's comment, which I had a plug-in to do that for OBS, but it's different. The thing, I think StreamYard lets you broadcast to multiple streams now. I think that's only the paid for version, though, if you want to be able to broadcast to YouTube and Facebook and Twitch and all that. So, what happened at the doctor? See, now people are showing up late, wanting me to start over the whole show.
Well, Zoom, we only use Zoom for the video.
Yeah.
We use OBS to broadcast.
Zoom sucks. Yeah, I don't use just Zoom. Okay, I will give y'all a brief summary for the people that just showed up. I went to the doctor
that's
yesterday.
What happens when you put fucking clickbait on your goddamn
I didn't
shit.
clickbait. It's not clickbait. It's very true. So yesterday I went to the doctor for blood work. Today I went back to the doctor for a physical, during which they asked me about my smoking and stuff, which I quit smoking back in 2011. Then I told her, she asked, did I smoke? I said, no, I do not smoke. I vape. And then she told me that smoking was better for me than vaping.
No, she said vaping is worse for you than smoking. Those are not the same thing.
Okay. Either way, either or. So I said, what are you talking about? And then she said, yeah, all those chemicals you're putting into your body, blah, 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 blah. Anyways.
Like, what do they think smoking is? Just pure cut tobacco that we just hawk it right off the fucking plant and roll it up in some papers?
It gets better, Squirt. So after that, basically I had to get a tetanus shot. I haven't had a tetanus shot in forever. She went to give me the tetanus shot and rolled up my sleeve and noticed I didn't have any tattoos. And then she, oh, what, are you afraid of needles? No, I'm not afraid of needles. I don't want a permanent mark on my body, blah, blah, blah. I don't trust the artist. And then she's like, oh, you need to do your research because some artists are good. And I'm like, oh, really? You're telling me to do research?
Now you want to do research?
So, yeah. And then the doctor came in and told me basically the same story about smoking's better than vaping, or vaping just as or worse for me than smoking is. So she offered to put me on Chantix, and I told her, hell no. I am not taking Chantix. Sorry. I saw my ex-wife take Chantix, and she literally went nuts when she was on that stuff, had weird dreams, thoughts of suicide, just acted really weird the entire time. So I just prefer not to take it. That's my personal preference. If you guys quit smoking with Chantix, good for you. I just don't want to take it. It's just me, okay? Just me.
Not gonna do it.
So yeah. Which is funny because all this other stuff she's telling me about, oh, well, if your prostate's okay, then we really don't need to give you medicine for that, and we don't need to give you medicine for this. But yet she wants to give me Chantix? Chantix? Get the hell out of here. No. So. Oh, yeah, that is going viral now. No, nothing's going viral, John.
Look, it's not anything new that we all that have been vaping for a while haven't heard before. So it's not like,
how's my blood
any
pressure
of us
doing?
are shocked.
Chris, thank you for asking. My blood pressure is perfect now. The doctor did comment on that, and she said, you know what? The medicine that you're on is working perfect. Your blood pressure is normal. I think my blood pressure was 118/84 today at the doctor's office, which usually it comes up a little bit when you're at the doctor because you get all anxious and stuff. And especially after they told me They took my blood pressure after they told me that smoking was better than vaping. That was a bad time to take my
Let's
blood
see how
pressure.
he reacts to stress. Let's piss him off.
That's a bad time to take my blood pressure, but you know, it's just like, really? Come on, man. That's it. I didn't even think about that, but yeah. And it says I'm offline again, which I'm probably not, but damn, I need to run that wire. I'll do that. I can't do it tomorrow because we got that thing to go to, but maybe Sunday I'm going to run that wire because I really want a hardwire connection because I'm tired of this thing saying that my internet connection is unstable. But I don't want to drill any walls.
Same internet connection, same.
So I got to think twice before I drill.
It's always a good idea.
It reminds me of those signs that you see, call before you dig.
Miss utility. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, Linda, your show was fine. Don't think that you need to do anything different. I just got there late because I forgot what time it was. That happens a lot when you get older, you know.
So, y'all, I got this weird ass bruise on my toe. I don't know where it came from, but it's been here since we went to Florida, and it won't go away.
Oh, look at that. Look at what Creed posted. You know, nice. The worst thing, and what I was saying earlier, what I hate the most about it, not so much that she told me about it because I have my own opinion on it, but the fact that they're telling their patients that they might as well smoke because vaping's worse for them than smoking. That's what worries me the most. They're telling their patients this stuff.
Yeah, so, patients that probably don't want it. You never know, John. It could be.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they come in and they go, hey, I was thinking about quitting smoking. Maybe I'll start vaping. Oh, no, you don't want to do that. It's better if you smoke them Marlboros, man. Do that. Get the hell out of here, man. Come on, dude.
That even made Christine mad, and she smokes. She's like, that's bullshit.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm getting Scuba worked up.
No, it's bizarre because it's on my second toe, right? And it's on both of them in the same spot. Now, the one on my right foot has faded, but the one on the left has not. And I've wrecked my brain trying to figure out what I've done. Do I stand a certain way? I don't know.
Who tells people they got bad?
It's very clickbaity, isn't it, John Q? Yeah, everyone thought Scuba's dying. Let me go see what's going on.
I couldn't come up with a good title. I did not mean to clickbait and make
you totally meant to clickbait.
I did not.
You did.
Why
Shame, because I am
a
cave-dwelling hermit.
There you go.
Overhead lights are the devil. Just going to say that right now. We don't need those.
Like we want to see him in better lighting. I could turn my overhead light off and I'll be darker, but I don't know if that's going to work. I'm going back to my Tetris game. Really, Will? Tetris is more fun?
Tetris is fun.
That's the most boring. Wow. No, he's saying that because Tetris is very boring. That's the way I see it. Anyways.
Tetris, no, he's saying. All right. I like Tetris.
Look, I can turn my light off. We'll see what it looks like.
Yeah, I don't do bright lights, overhead lights. Matter of fact, I need to get another lamp in my office so I don't have to do the overhead lights.
It's still bright in here. I mean, if I turned off the LED sign, it would darken some, but it's still going to look. I mean, I got a good camera. What can I say? Camera was not cheap. I don't know why I spent that much on the camera, but I did. I wanted something small, and this camera will follow you around and stuff, which I haven't done that because it makes people dizzy when I do it.
You know, Breeze, it's funny you say that because I am a member of a few Facebook pages for autistic folks.
Ooh.
And the more I read about the things they do, I'm like, that's not autistic, that's normal. And then I'm like, Wait a minute. Maybe it's not, but yeah, I don't overhead lights are the devil. I don't like them. It's too bright. The only time I ever need overhead lights is if I'm cleaning. That's an entirely different story. Other than that, I'm a big, huge fan of mood lighting, darkness, cave-like exterior or interiors, and that suits me just fine.
What does that do? There's my curtains, and they light up when I talk.
So my granddaughter is kind of like me, right? So she might be going to a baby shower, right? And she goes, I kind of want to go, but there's going to be people there. I said, yeah, there's going to be people there. That's usually what happens at a baby shower. I'm not really a big fan of people. And I'm like, I'm not either. But I mean, sometimes you have to put up with that.
Yeah. Let me back this up a little bit.
Not really. I don't think our electric bill's gone over 300 since we've been here. And that was
Yeah, I'm kind of impressed
winter
with the
and
electric
really hot
here
in summer.
because it's not been bad at all compared to where we were.
Yeah, because I mean, the townhouse we were in, when it was this hot, the electric bill was easily almost $500.
The doc doesn't like my beard. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have put bad news. I was not trying to trick people into thinking that I had something from the doctor. I apologize if that's what it seemed like.
My voice does not cut glass. It is annoying. I'll get you on that. I hate the sound of my own voice, but I wouldn't say it cuts glass.
Talk. Thus the high electric bill, because every time I talk, those lights go on.
Monthly, Scott. I think this last bill was $240.
You quit running your darn mouth. You gonna mess around and run up my light bill. That actually is true with that.
I'll tell you. Let me look.
Congratulations, Harry, on being retired. Hopefully you got your hot tub fixed. It's been too hot here for a hot tub. Go figure.
Okay, so I was wrong. The last bill that I paid June 23rd was $214. May was $193. April was $169. March was $260, which was weird.
That is weird.
No, that's because that was for February, and I think I forgot to put a bill in here because November was $183. So, yeah, but let's go back to July of 2022, and the old house was $383.
I mean, LEDs don't use that much power anyway, so that's not really what would run up our electric bill.
Not bad.
What do we run that would run up the electric bill? I mean, I have this fan on in my room 24/7. Our ceiling fans are always going.
I don't think that runs up the electric bill.
Besides a bunch of LEDs. I mean, the LEDs don't really use much of anything, so. The hot tub was and still is a nightmare. I'm sorry, Harry. I haven't had any problems, bud. Yeah, he had like 4 or 5 holes in the hot tub. I don't know how he got that. You don't have to pay utilities. Yeah, but you pay much higher rent, which includes utilities.
I mean, I don't know. Our mortgage payment's pretty goddamn high. So.
Yeah, our mortgage payment ain't no joke. So.
But then again, it's not much more than our rent. So if you take our mortgage payment and our utility bills and compare it to rent with our utility bills, they're about the same thing. Well, that's how I know you're full of shit, because my voice is horrible.
She don't like hearing her own voice, Will, which is strange. She's like, even when if I play back one of my videos.
Sound like a dude.
She's like, I don't want to hear my own voice. I'm like, oh.
No. I'll watch it in high speed, but yeah.
$900 a month is not bad.
Like our water bill, since the kids are gone, my water bill went from like $170 a month to like $60. That's great. The
Yeah,
HRSD bill, which is solid waste, went from like $70 to like 23.
you can't beat our trash folks here, man. They are awesome. We get recycling picked up once every other week. They every Monday they pick up our trash and anything else we throw on the street. If I had a bed rail I want to throw away, I put it on the street, they pick it up on Monday
Well,
every
that would
week.
never last long enough for the
So
trash people to pick it up because the junk guy down the road will come
yeah,
take
the
that away.
junk guy would the junk guy is quick about picking. If you throw some metal out there, he's coming to get
Don't put your weed eater down by the curb while you go in to get some iced tea, or it'll be gone.
it. It sure will.
That looks like scrap to me. I'm taking it.
Well, see, Crete thinks you have a good voice too. So there you go.
They're just humoring me.
You have a well? Ooh, doesn't the well water taste funny? I mean, I remember being on my uncle and aunt's farm in Tennessee, and I did not like the taste of their well water.
It depends. I mean, you can get your well water treated so it doesn't
Well,
taste
this
and smell
was
funny.
when I was young, so I don't think there was any treatment to that water whatsoever. So it tasted terrible. You've got great well water. Okay. Yeah. Back in the 70s, which is when that well water was not good in Tennessee. I'm sure it's way better now. Their house burned down, actually.
Well,
And
I
it's a
mean, you
shame.
have to treat it and you have to keep it tested and make sure it's clean and make sure, your neighbors aren't running like a pig farm out of their yard and, you know. There are mitigating factors on what makes well water good or bad.
Most well water is superb. Wow, great well water here. Okay. I guess well water is not what it used to be. 400 feet deep.
The only problem here, right, is if you are somewhere where you're on a well, you're also most likely on a septic. And that is one thing that I did not want to deal with was a septic tank.
Yeah, I didn't want no septic tank either. I was surprised when we found out we had that sewage pump thing, but that's because our sewage is lower than the city sewage, so it has to be pumped up to make it out to the city.
Yeah, our outflow is lower than the sewage pipe to the street.
I live in the wilds. That's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with living in the wilds.
It is very rare around here to find somebody like my old house with my ex-husband. We had a well that was mainly used just to water the yard and flowers. We never used it. We'd prime it and cover it in the winter, but we never used it. Because I'm not the kind of person that's going to go out and water my grass. That's what the rain's for. If it turns brown during a drought, then brown grass it is. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to spend my money to water the yard. That's ridiculous.
Moving on up there, Linda. 80 subs. She was struggling to get 50, and now she's at 80. That's how you do it.
Yeah, but we've got neighborhood here that are on community wells that are monitored by the city and all that stuff.
I got to see Kramer's flight. She took off on her trike. That was awesome. Really good takeoff she had. I don't know how I keep forgetting. That last video I posted, it shows me have a failed launch, which even the guys, there was some guys watching me, which the peer pressure probably is what did it. So my wing came up far to the right. I tried to correct for it, but it put me too close to the tree, so I pretty much just aborted the launch. And the guys, I heard them say something, so I was like, what? And they were like, oh, no, we were talking to the dog. And I was like, okay, it's cool. And they were like, no, but we came out here to watch you fly. And I'm like, oh, okay. I said, yeah, I wasn't taking off with that because I was way too close to the trees. And they were like, yeah, I don't blame you.
When was that?
Should I know what part of Virginia I'm in? I'm as far east in Virginia as you can go, Will Fly.
Not
I'm over.
close. Or not that close. We're in Hampton, so we're probably,
We're
if there's no
50.
traffic, we could get to the Atlantic Ocean in a half an hour.
When you see my videos of me taking off and you see the water, I'm literally, the water's like across the street. So it's right there,
Yeah,
man.
we've got a river right around the corner.
That's the back river. And then that leads out into the Chesapeake Bay, and then down Virginia Beach is where we're going tomorrow. But that one, technically, I could fly there because there's Class C over there, but it doesn't start until 1,200 feet. So you technically can take off from over there as long as you stay low, and you're good to go. But it's too crowded in the summer, man. There's freaking 1 million people on that beach, and you can't fly around that kind of people.
Which beach? But yeah.
Which beach? All of Virginia
You're
Beach.
talking about, well, I mean, yeah, you can't take off from Virginia Beach.
Right.
No, we don't live there. We don't have any hills around us.
Has it been a year yet since you moved? Yes, it has been.
It was a year in March 16th.
Yep. So we've been here a year and 3 months. Bella was awake. Man, I tell you, no.
We've only had to buy toilet paper like 3 times, which is nice. And I'm speaking of, I really have to pee, but I'm waiting for my toes to dry. Come on, Light, hurry up.
I need to pee, but my toes have to dry first.
There, I'll be right back.
I don't know how we lose at the mod heist every single time. I think there's something broke with the mod heist. We need to increase the winning capabilities on that. You people don't wipe your pooper. No. John Q, what she's saying is we've only had to buy toilet paper a few times because when we lived with her children, oh my God, they blew through toilet paper. The young ones don't know how to wipe, so they would use half a roll to go to the bathroom. It's like, really? Could y'all save a little bit of toilet paper? Just a little bit? So that's why we don't use nowhere near the amount of toilet paper that we used to. How come I fade in background on my podcast? If you fade into the background, the best thing to do is don't wear anything close to your green screen at all. So say, I don't know if you're doing green screen only. If you're only doing green screen, make sure you don't wear anything that has green on it or even close to green. And make sure that the light, like I said, is not shining on you, but shining on the screen behind you. That will make your green screen work good. Yeah, but if you got any colors that even, because the computer has to try and figure out, hey, is this green screen or is this a person? And if it can't tell the difference, you'll blend in and you'll turn invisible. So
no, we wipe. I'm just saying that we go to Costco and get the big roll, and I don't have.
Yes, Will. We have to
4
have
other people living here.
We're barely in the flood insurance, though. We don't have to have like extreme flood insurance.
What do you mean we're barely in the flood insurance? We live next to a river. We are in the worst flood zone there is in this city. It just so happens that since our house was raised,
it's not like
we have a discount because the mitigation efforts. So we've got flood vents in the basement, and the house has been raised 7 feet.
Yeah.
So our flood insurance is $600 a year.
You're welcome, Linda. Yeah, and if you got a drink or something, don't get a green cup because you'll be holding an invisible cup.
I did. Did you see what John Q said? I had to defend myself.
Oh, well, he was already saying you people don't use white toilet paper. So yeah. I already talked about that a minute ago.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
Yeah, you were gone. I was telling them that the children would use half a freaking roll of toilet paper to go to the bathroom.
They're doing good. I went by there to drop off the carpet shampooer and got mauled by their little beagle. who was happy to see me, not so much the carpet shampooer. She growled at that. But yeah, they're doing good. Junior is talking a little bit more instead of being a man of like 5 words. As soon as he came in the house, he told me they went to the store. They went by mom's work. He introduced me to the dog. He tried to sneak a sip of his sister's iced coffee, and apparently he likes coffee. He just didn't like McDonald's iced coffee because he said it was yuck.
Oh man, I need to go by. I haven't seen him talk like that. So
yeah, he made a face and was like, "That's yuck." I'm like, all right. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, John Q, we have that too, but that doesn't take the place of wiping. I mean, I'm not going to stand there and drip dry. I mean, yeah.
Well,
but yeah. I mean, all you need is enough to just wipe the water out.
Even after you use a bidet, what you just drip dry? I mean, what do you?
He said he barely used. All you need enough is to pat it dry.
Yeah. You don't need a lot, right? I get that. The bidet is nice to have. It is.
I tell you what, when it's 100 and some odd degrees and you go plop your ass down on that toilet and hit that button without letting the water warm up first, that'll cool you down real quick.
Pat what dry?
Your nethers, Will. Your nethers.
Your nether region. Well, hello, Slappy. He comes in with a comment, then he says hello.
Yep.
He's got to
come in
with a comment first.
Slappy Joe. Slappy Joe.
I wipe long, I wipe hard. Of course, that's John Q. Who else would it be?
I mean, hey, whatever you got to do. I mean, wipe as much as you need to so you're not leaving streaks in your drawers. So I'm sure everybody appreciates that.
I didn't show y'all my little dinosaur that I got from DCO.
His little hands. All right.
He's a cute little dinosaur. And I've
look at his little hands.
Look at
his little hands.
Dinosaur. This is a 250 ml bottle. So I filled this up. So this is full from here. And then the bottom's fatter. So I'm hoping, because this is supposed to be 250 mils, we shall see. So once I vape all of this, because this is a 100 ml bottle, you telling me that's 150 mils in there? We shall
I would imagine your balls should be in the way so you don't get poop dick junk you. But, you know, wet wipes are a thing. You can just use those to wipe everything down and get everything squeaky clean and just toss those in the trash.
Yeah, it's glass too, so it's a cool little dinosaur.
Look, he's got a tail.
This one's purple.
Look at the tail. Lift it up so they can see the tail. Look at the little tail, isn't it cute?
Yeah, that's so it don't fall over backwards. And the little arms, one arm is like sticking in the air and the other one's like right up against the glass.
I don't know, Slappy. We haven't ordered any in a while, and we should have while we could.
This is purple, which you probably can't tell really well on stream, but this is actually purple.
Even if you have to buy a gallon, right? Even if you buy a gallon, if you break it down, the price isn't that bad.
Thanks, Dar Thing. That'll help me with my calculation. I just want to make sure that, you know, you get what you're paying for. Well, actually, I didn't even pay for this. Sharon.
Yeah, so shut the fuck up. I want to make sure Sharon's getting her money's worth.
No, I want them to know in case it's not. I'm
sure they checked.
Well, maybe they do. Maybe they do.
Unless you have cats, John Q. That's how you end up with all your toilet paper on the floor underneath the roll.
See you, Bill. Thanks for
stopping Bill.
by. I hope that
See, Slappy, when I bought a big bottle, what I did was I bought some amber glass bottles from Amazon and I split it up and put them in the freezer. So it's a lot easier to stash away, you know,
up,
amber glass bottles that are this tall in various parts of your freezer than a gallon jug.
Did you notice when I was watching Danny's video yesterday that he was really sunburnt?
I heard you say that.
Yeah, like I know how redhead folks, you know, y'all just burst into flames or get sunburnt.
He's probably peeled and white again by now.
He
if he's anything like me.
he had a shirt on, like it was probably one of these Risky Biscuit shirts,
Mm-hmm.
and you could see the line, like just a dark red line going around his neck where he is sunburnt to a crisp. That's what sunblock is for. I'm just saying.
It should, Slappy. I don't see why it would, because the light and oxygen is what degrades the nicotine. If it's in a dark glass bottle in the freezer and you don't keep opening the lid over and over again, it should stay fine for a long time.
So if I go fly and it's hot and sunny like that, like when we went to Kitty Hawk, I put on sunscreen. Munchkin did not.
I put on sunscreen. Those ladies gave me sunscreen.
Oh, well, you put it on too late, so Munchkin got sunburned.
No, it's because 30 SPF is not enough for this white girl. I need like 8,000 SPF.
I need 8,000. I have 50 SPF in the truck. I keep that in there. So anytime that I'm going flying and I know I'm gonna be in the sun like that, and it's a spray. I hate using lotion and have to wipe, so I just spray it all over face.
Yeah,
neck.
that spray shit is what I used, and that doesn't work all that great.
It works if you rub it in. So you spray
and
it
just
and
use lotion.
Yeah.
He's
You're
wearing
the same shirt. That's awesome, Daniel. Yeah. I put this on today because for some reason when I was at the doctor started telling me that they were going to go do what's that sport with the ball and paddle?
Ping pong?
No.
What size ball and paddle?
It's a medium-sized ball and a big old paddle. It's
lacrosse?
No, not lacrosse. Not wiffle ball, but something similar to that. Pickleball. Thank you, John Q. Pickleball. So she was talking about doing pickleball with her husband and how hot it was and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, yeah, so I had to go, well, I fly. And I got up with this shirt on and pointed at my back. I was like, I fly one of these, blah, 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 blah. And she just totally blew that off. She was more interested in
she's Indian, though. She should be able to handle the heat a little bit better than some of us.
Well, she goes, but I do play tennis indoors. I'm like, yeah, with AC. Right. Okay. So her and her husband both agreed to not go play pickleball in the heat, but they will play tennis in this AC. So
it sounds like a wise decision to make. I'm just saying.
She's telling me to get well, thanks, Danny. She's telling me that I needed to get more exercise. And I was like, I do. I mean, I sit
running my mouth. Does that count?
I do run my mouth a lot. That's plenty of exercise. I sit behind a desk all day at work. And, when I get home, we just relax. And a lot of times I want to go over to this field and kite my wing or something. But for some reason, there's been football guys in that field every freaking day. So I haven't been able to go kite. I don't want to go kite my wing.
There's the other side of the school.
There's no room on the other side of the school to kite your wing. I mean, there's room on that field, but if I do that, they're all going to come over there. And I don't mind answering questions, but
the church field across from where Katie lives has big wide open space.
I totally get the field that I play out of. There's a bunch of soccer players. Yeah. It's trying to go and find a nice place where you can just go and kite your wing, because it's good to kite your wing just to keep in tune with your wing.
John Q, that's the age that I want to get to, is where I can just say fuck it and do what I want. I can bite people if I want.
You're like 80?
Just ignore her. She's old. Yeah.
Damn, John Q, you're like 80. You don't need exercise. 80? Come on, man.
Right, King Cobra?
I was feeling good today at the doctor. I went in
for
a physical.
Jeff did say that he'd get us like stand-up desks and stuff, and I told him absolutely fucking not.
No, that's not fun. So yeah.
Unless you want me even angrier at work, something tells me he doesn't. So
this is my thing about exercise, okay?
It
I don't
sucks.
mind doing exercise if it's fun. Kiting to me is fun. It doesn't feel like exercise. That's how I get exercise. I love to go kiting. Yes, it's a workout and it will get you tired, but you don't think about it because it's fun what you're doing. Running and all
That
that
would be
stuff
great.
is not fun to me, so I don't like doing it. Just saying. Make exercise fun and I'll do it. I
Well,
don't
when
want
I
to be on
told
the
him I wanted,
treadmill or a freaking exercise bike, so
I told him I wanted one of the exercise balls to sit on at work, he told me he'd kick it out from underneath me when I annoyed him. Um, no, a ball isn't a chair, but I have to say, John Q, Three Dog proves it, and I had to double check. Sitting on the ball as a chair is way more fun than just sitting on a chair because you can't help but bounce, and it actually does make your back feel better because you have to use the muscles to not fall off your ball, and it's way easier on your tailbone because you sink in.
why does
And
that sound funny?
I like the ball much better, and there are very few people that actually saw me
I'm
fall
glad
off
you
my
I'm
ball.
glad you like balls better.
I do. I like balls better than chairs. Especially, I had a giant blue ball till it popped.
Yeah, now I know Linda goes and does her walks every day, which is awesome. That's good that you're getting that exercise in. That's awesome, actually. I could do that here. I honestly, I wanted to get a one wheel, which
I'd get like 3 miles away and be like, "Somebody come get me!" It's too hot. I can't do the heat.
one wheels are too damn expensive, man. They just are, and they're
Well, it's not
dangerous.
really a whole lot of exercise. It's only dangerous if you fall off.
Oh, it's a lot of exercise on your lower legs and everything. You got to put a lot. Yeah. Daniel, don't tell me you don't know what a one wheel is. Every freaking paramotor pilot,
Just save a chair,
almost
sit on
every
a
one of
ball.
them has a one wheel,
Except
except
not
me.
your balls. That would hurt. You know what kind of exercise I like is the pool, swimming and stuff.
Okay, King Cobra, that's a little much. Well, you
A
know,
one wheel would help getting to the bathroom at the field over on the Eastern Shore because that's a long ass walk.
Danny,
Right? Yeah, you need to put that in the book, Roger.
you say they're good for driving out to a field. I have a trike, dude. I can throw my wing in my lap and drive all the way to the other side of the field and take off from right there and
Well,
don't
and
leave nothing on the
here's the
ground.
thing is my cheapness outweighs my laziness. I'm not paying $1,500 just so I don't have to walk a block to the bathroom.
Wrong.
I do have a kiddie pool. Thank you very much. And I'm 5 foot, not 3 feet.
Oh
Are you done? I'll bite you in the ankles.
my, sorry, that was pretty funny. Okay, I think I went offline again. Woo. Okay, I'm good now.
Y'all think you're funny, don't you?
I was buffering. Okay, good. I had to finish my the
His
buffer.
dumbass broke the internet. Look at you.
I broke it. I broke it. Oh my goodness, my cheeks hurt now.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny.
It wasn't that funny.
It was. It was funny. Hey, I got an inch shorter for whatever that's worth. According to, when they, what's weird? I had on Hey Dudes, right? And Hey Dudes are very thin. She's like, I know it doesn't add much, but we want you to take your shoes off so we can get your height. And I'm like, seriously? So any other time I've ever gotten my height checked, I've had my shoes on. So maybe there's where my inch came in. So
See, you lost an inch. I found out that I was an inch and a half shorter than I always thought I was. And I definitely didn't shrink. Somebody was just lying to me.
you are not you're not short, Linda, that I know of. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen you compared to anything but a welcome sign or something, so I have no idea.
I'm out of beverage.
That's an expensive hover round. Yeah, Will, I mean, as far as the one wheel goes, I think honestly the money would be better spent on like an e-bike.
We would
Maybe
use the e-bikes way more. And see, that's another thing is whatever we get, we're getting two.
right.
So $3,000 on a one wheel that we might use
Yeah, they're
twice
like
a year.
2,200 for the good ones. But and those soul
Okay.
e-bikes are not cheap, man.
4,000.
The soul,
Oh, I don't
yeah, and
like those anyway. They're too big.
see, she don't like them. They're big. I liked it. Nick's bikes were really nice. I
You
like them,
also
but
have a
they're freaking
6 foot
expensive.
wingspan. I do not.
That's why I like
It's
it. It's made
uncomfortable for me to ride a bike with my arms stretched out in front of me like that.
for
I
me. It was
can't.
awesome, man. I was just
I'm sure it was.
Will.
But they've got electric bikes on Amazon for like $200.
So Will managed to ride his, no problem.
Will is not a small dude either.
Well,
Your wingspan is as tall as my entire body, okay?
we need segways. Yeah, you know, Sean uses a Segway, and
Yeah, I don't want to segue. I like the e-bikes, but I didn't like the throttle. I like the pedal assist. To me, that's enough. It's fine.
yeah, I've always heard that King Cobra about the shrinking thing. So I'm not disagreeing with that fact. I'm pretty sure that yeah, I'll shrink some. I know I was 6'2". I've been 6'2" my whole life, but I am much older now. So yeah,
My grandma, when she passed away, she was like 4'8". Now she's always been short, but she wasn't that short. She was just slowly disappearing little by little. I mean, the fact that her funeral, it was 4 girls that carried her and her casket in heels with no problem at the last minute without being told.
this is my thing, right?
You can take the batteries off of, and the batteries are in a place where even if you crashed, they're not going to take an impact because most of them are on the bar, the crossbar from the seat to the handlebars. But you can take them off, so you don't need to store them with the batteries on them.
So the people in chat that fly, like Danny and Will and everybody else, you would rather now this is what it boils down to. It's better to fly with other people than by yourself, right? Because and the reason I bring that up is this: July 3rd, like I said, I planned on going up to Eastern Shore and staying the night there so that I can fly the morning of the 4th of July at a gigantic field with other people. If I don't go and I stay here, I know I can fly here because obviously Langley will be closed for the 4th of July and probably the whole weekend, but I'll be by myself. So do you go with the convenience of staying here and flying by yourself, or go where there's 4 or 5 other pilots flying and fly with them, which I think is more fun, honestly.
Yeah, and it's going to cost you about a little over $30 just in tolls to get over there.
Safer, not necessarily better. Yeah, that's the whole kicker, man. I've never went really far from home when I fly from here, mainly because of Langley, and I want to stay close to the ground, which is not safe, honestly.
Well, and there's not really a whole lot of open area for you to fly around where you're not flying over busy roadways or people's houses.
Right, unless I go like over here
Over
to
the
the
water.
back river and go around the coastline. all the way around. But then I couldn't come straight back. I'd have to go all the way back around, which and there's not, I was looking at the coast, even when I was flying, there's not any place really to land.
You'd have to land in somebody's yard.
It was full of trees. There was no outs that I saw. I mean, you can watch the video with me. Either land in the marsh or land in somebody's tree. That's not acceptable.
No.
And now, as you go around, I don't know. There may be open fields. I haven't went far enough to check.
There's no fields.
There's got to be fields. Got to be fields.
We're in Hampton. There's no fields.
Well,
the city is as developed as it can get. There are no fields along the water.
I know that's like 2 streets over. There's a giant field.
That again?
We plan on smoking probably some chicken thighs and hamburgers and hot dogs and everything else on the 4th of July.
While we watch Mr. Lawrence blow shit up.
Our neighbor has got a freaking pallet of fireworks that he's going to be shooting off. So I figured the least I can do is cook some food out here and then invite them over if they would like to have something to eat and just have a good old time in our own yard instead of having to drive out to Norfolk or Hampton or somewhere to watch fireworks. We can just watch them right here.
Good night, Daniel.
See you, Danny.
Well, I mean, the place to go for fireworks here is Yorktown.
Yeah, that's what you told me.
But I have an aversion to people, and it gets very, very crowded at Yorktown. Very crowded, and there's not really a whole lot of parking because it's the Yorktown battlefields. It's not meant for large crowds. So, like on the road leading up to the beach and the battlefields. Now they used to let you hang out on the battlefield, so people would put their chairs and shit up on the berms. You can't do that anymore because they were getting worn down.
Ooh, with bacon mixed in.
So
Scott.
There's people just parked on the side of the road, so a 2-lane road is turned into a 1-lane, and it's ridiculous. I that was fine as a teenager, but yeah, I don't want to do that.
You see 2 people a month? Dang, Tiger. You are out there. That's pretty good. Yeah, no, we are surrounded by people all the time.
I'm a fucking delight in large crowd. I don't like it. I mean, they got to stop right in front of you, or you got a group of like 10 people that decide they're going to walk side by side in a fucking crowd as slow as humanly possible. It puts me into a rage. And I'm short. So, like vape conventions, do you know how many fucking book bags I've gotten hit in the face by because people have no concept of where their body parts and their attachments start? Not to mention,
knock you out. Whack.
The smell of ass. No, thank you.
You're not that small. Okay, you're not.
No, but I am way closer to people's asses than you would be, and when you don't wash it.
Oh, I could still smell the people that.
Yeah. Now imagine being a 1.5 closer to it than you are.
Yeah, that would be
no, thank you.
Really bad. And King Cobra, if I can fly on the 3rd, I will try, but I doubt that's gonna happen. I mean, I have to work 3rd of July, and he's probably gonna make us work all day long as possible. So I
doubt it. He'll probably be like, so like if everything's caught up, y'all can go ahead and go.
That'd be nice. Don't forget.
I mean, considering he's given us the 5th off, even if he does make us work until 5.
Thanks, Danny. Well, Scott, Munchkin does not like onions, so I like onions, so I got no problem with that. I could make, I guess, half the burgers with onions and half without.
Or you could just chop up some onions and slice some tomatoes and have some lettuce in a Tupperware container in the cooler. That way they could add that to their burgers if they wanted it.
Will, I agree. That's why I don't want to go risk trying to find out if there's outs there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I can't really drive there to see it. The only way I can see it is from the sky. But since I'm flying below 200 feet,
you know,
I can't
Google
see.
Earth is the thing.
Now, if I get to fly on the 4th and say I come back here, even if I fly the Eastern Shore in the morning, if I come back here for a sunset flight, I can go up because I know that Langley will be closed, and then I can see where my outs are because I can
Can't
go
do
up.
sunset on the 4th of July. You'll get blown out of the sky with all the lunatics around here.
Could you imagine trying to dodge fireworks in your paramotor? Oh, crap.
No.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, that would not be good.
Well, yeah.
So I know why I keep getting disconnected, because I keep hooking up to the damn TV instead.
Oh. 2 commercials. Wow. Saute some jalapenos. Ooh, man. Chat disconnected. Wow, I really got disconnected. What are you doing to me?
Oh.
It disconnected me from chat. Please wait while we try to rejoin. I think I'm joined. Let me see.
I didn't do anything
Yeah,
to you.
I'm back. Daniel, yeah, I mean, you jump in that little Model A and spend $8,000 in gas and you can be down here. Yeah, you're right about that, King Cobra. I have checked Google Earth. Actually, I don't even have to use Google Earth. I can use Fly Sky High or Gaggle, and I can see. That's why I was telling her. I know there's a school field not even 2 blocks from here, which would be a great out. Maybe even a good LZ to take off from that
John
doesn't
Q,
have
I
football
still have
players in it.
two packs of the cheese curds in the fridge from what you sent us. Still vacuum sealed.
And
Still good.
Always
Just
buy
waiting for the perfect opportunity.
some cheese curds, I assume, for the 4th.
Yes. Now what I want him to do is just send up the drone on the 4th, because we should be up. I think Hampton does fireworks downtown. So I think it'll be cool to just fly straight up from the house and see all the fireworks from all the neighbors and Hampton and all that. I think it would be cool.
Yeah.
Good night, Daniel.
I'll have to make sure that yeah, see you, Danny. I'll have to make sure that the drone's charged where I can do that, which I know my drone has follow me mode, but it's not one of the newer drones, and I don't think it could keep up with a paramotor pilot like 20 something miles an hour. The newer ones can, but I really don't feel like buying another drone. They've come way down in price.
Yeah, I'm not painting myself blue again. We're not doing that.
The drones now, like for the mini, the new DJI mini is like,
but I can't get them, so if I eat them, then I will have no more cheese curds, and then I will be sad panda.
They'll make more.
See, the kinds we can get here are not squeaky. I mean, they're good, but they're not squeaky. It's like just crumbled cheese. It's not baby cheese. It's not curd. They're not squeaky. It's not the same.
Oh, okay, King Cobra, gotcha. So the other school, I remember you saying something about that. I didn't realize that the other school was also round. Weird. I wonder why they make the schools round around here. Around here, yeah.
I don't know.
Your drone can do 32 miles an hour. Yeah, exactly, King Cobra. I know it'll go fast in sport mode, but in sport mode, I can't do the auto tracking, because anytime I turn on sport mode, it's like, yeah, you can't do any of the obstacle avoidance or anything. So now, if I could teach Munchkin to fly it, she could just follow me around when I'm flying, but it'd be some cool drone footage.
Yeah, but would they ship as fast as you did, John Q? I don't know. I'll have to look into it. What would be nice? We have a couple fancy cheese shops around here. One of them closed their local store. Now they're only in Williamsburg. They just start making cheese curds. You can make cheese. You can make cheese curds. Do it. Do it to it. I need some.
Yeah, Linda, I got to go back and watch that. I came in late I missed most of the show, so I didn't get to see your story. But
John
I'll
Q,
watch it.
give me a Wisconsin cheese shop and I will go to the website. Because I ate, like, when I got those, I just sat down and ate like an entire bag just sitting there
See, that's what we're
watching
going to
TV.
tomorrow,
Oh, they
Kramer.
shipped them? Okay.
Oh, I was about to type in Kramer. Let me see if I can look this up again. There it is. It's called Bayfest. Annual charity event. Wait, it usually tells who it's for, and it doesn't say. Okay, Bayfest
Bay
sponsored.
Power. Look up Bay Power.
No. Um, it provides financial assistance to Bayside High School students who are living in socioeconomic disadvantaged neighborhoods.
Don't
Socioeconomic?
do that.
Wow.
Poor. Poor. That means poor.
I've never seen that long word, but I'm like,
Yeah, it's
okay.
because they're trying not to say poor, but yeah. Which there's not too many poor neighborhoods in Virginia Beach, but okay.
It basically says students that are in financial need, but they meet certain academic requirements. So you got to have good grades and then you get paid, basically. The doors open at 1 p.m.
I mean, poor is all relative. I feel like I'm poor because I can't go on Amazon and buy what I want, but we have multiple vehicles. We've got a roof over our head. Our bills are paid. We have food in the refrigerator. So we're not poor. We just don't have extra money for me to spend on bullshit I don't need.
It's all you can eat oyster roast with seafood, fried chicken, barbecue, and sides. Unlimited visits to the Ballyhoo's beer truck with all your favorites, including some indie beer or something they were talking about. I don't know what that was, but I forgot the name of the beer that they said. But it says all your favorites. I'm like, hey, you don't have my favorite.
I mean, free beer. I don't give a shit what. Well, okay, I take that back. I'm not drinking Bush even if it's free or natural light.
I've had some good brats from I don't know if it's Costco or Sam's Club. They were amazing. And the last ones that I just got that we got dirt cheap, I think from the farmer's market, were terrible. I hated those things, but I ate them anyway because we bought them. That's probably why they were so cheap. So the last time I've been to Sam's or Costco, I don't remember which one had them. They've been sold out both times. So I'm trying to find some more. What happened to the mod heist? Was there a mod heist going? Let me see if I can get in there. Oh, y'all dead? Okay. I didn't know y'all died. I just started another mod heist by accident. Oops. So if y'all died twice, you know, you got to win the third time, right? Not. Darn thing is like, let's see if we can kill them all 3 times in a row. I don't think it'll let you bet that much, Cloud Chucker. 500,000? No. Hold on a second. I got a refill. I'll be right back.
Yeah, so it should be interesting tomorrow. I'm down for the free food. I just got my boss's brother's going to be there, so gonna have to hang out with him for a while. Wait, who's the illegal alien? Did I miss something? I must have missed something. You know, I've never been a fan of bratwurst. I don't, to me, it doesn't have any damn flavor. I just don't, and I'm not a fan of the snap when you bite into. I don't like that.
No. The last bratwurst we got had no flavor. The ones before that were awesome. I don't know if you
those
tried
had
them,
like
but they were
cheese
really
and
good. Yeah, they got cheese in there.
Yeah, but I mean that I think that had like cheese and
Yeah,
jalapenos.
that one was
Um,
jalapeno cheddar bratwurst. They were amazing, man. They were so good. I could eat them every day. If I was on keto, I'd be like all over those.
John Q, have you ever heard of Gardner's Cheese Shop? They've got a 20% off coupon. Free cold ship packing.
Bella was awake. Bella woke Munchkin. There were no survivors. We died again? That's 3 times in a row, man. I'm telling you, the odds are off.
I mean, I like hot dogs.
See, even Tiger says
but
those
I don't
kick ass.
but I don't like Nathan's hot dogs. I like Hebrew National.
Yeah. So Paramom can't eat hot dogs. It makes her sick. That's interesting. I wonder why it makes you sick, but I get it. I love
Could be
popcorn, but
sensitive to the preservatives.
I can't eat popcorn because I got diverticulosis or whatever. So I can't have popcorn because that's what made me figure out that's what I had because it put me in the hospital. 0 for 100. I know, right, Scott? Hot dogs are death. The only good thing about hot dogs are they're very fast to make. Especially if you just microwave hot dogs.
Maple bacon cheese curds, garlic and dill.
Ooh, I would like garlic and dill. But maple bacon sounds good too.
Buffalo wing cheese. Ooh, the Gouda.
Is it the same place John Q got them from?
I don't know. I haven't got up to look. This place is called Gardner's.
Oh, you hate the smell of it. Yeah, Munchkin's got don't like the smell of certain stuff too. So I have to watch what comes around her because it'll make her sick.
Like what?
I don't remember. You tell me every time you like, I can't stand the smell of that. And I'm like, okay. Like ketchup. You can't stand the smell of ketchup. What the hell?
I can't stand the smell of ketchup and mustard when it's left on a plate. And if someone's eating ketchup and mustard around me, right, it's fine. But once it ages, it's got that funky smell that I can't stand. I don't like it. Plates must be rinsed immediately.
Wait.
Cheese curds smell delicious. They smell like cheese. We're talking about hot dogs.
Yeah. Cheese curds are they're good. That little squeaky stuff when we eat the cheese curds, I like that.
Squeaky cheese. Baby cheeses.
If we need any potatoes, Scott's got us covered. We need some French fries and some tater tots and more French fries and just plain old full-size potatoes. All that. Mustard is nasty. Wow.
See, wow. I like mustard. I like all kinds of mustard. But I'm very specific. So only yellow mustard goes on hot dogs. But if you give me a ham and Swiss sandwich, it's got to have the spicy mustard on it, not yellow mustard, because that doesn't belong on ham and Swiss sandwiches.
Well, I like mustard more now, especially when I was on the keto, because you couldn't do the ketchup because it had a lot of sugar in it. So mustard does not. So I would use mustard on stuff like a hot dog or a bratwurst, which I use mustard on bratwurst anyway. So
I love feta cheese. And
hey, Neil.
It depends. Like the cheese curds we can get here in Virginia that they sell at the grocery store, they're not squeaky, and they've got that, like, you know how the shredded cheese, it basically has shredded wood pulp dust that they put on it to keep it from sticking together and keep it shredded. They do that to the cheese curds so they don't squeak. And fresh cheese curds are different than. So a cheese curd is essentially baby cheese before it ages.
Ooh.
So if you make cheese curds and you package it and then they sit around in a warehouse and then they go to the grocery store and they sit there, you're literally aging the cheese. It's no longer baby cheese. Now it's like toddler cheese. I don't want that. I want the baby cheese. I want infant cheese that's squeaky.
I saw a recipe on how to make a honey baked ham in the smoker, and it sounded delicious. I want to try that. Like, instead of buying a honey baked ham, we can make our own honey baked ham. Just saying.
Yes, because honey baked hams are expensive.
Oh, you laugh at people when they say that's a lot of potatoes at Five Guys? Yeah, I get it. I get it. They do give you a lot of French fries when you go to Five Guys. It's like, hey, do I want a few fries or do I want a whole bag of freaking fries? That's about the only good
But
thing.
You know what? I'd rather not pay $17 for a mediocre hamburger and 8 pounds of French fries.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, you fill up on the fries. Okay, now Linda's hungry.
See, I'm not a fan of now. Let me ask y'all, cheese people, right? Okay,
yeah, that's a large order, John Q.
So Katie brought home a recipe from her French class one time, and it was for some potato dish that called for you had to boil the potatoes in salt water and then fold them in with creme fraiche, and they're like twice baked potatoes. It called for brie. To me, all I can taste is the rind on the brie, which is nasty. Was I eating it wrong? How close can you get to the rind where you're not supposed to eat that part? Because it tasted like mold to me. I didn't like it. And I don't like blue cheese either. That tastes like crappy generic crayon smell. I don't like it.
Hot dogs, she won't be hungry anymore. There you go, John
Right.
Q. Hot dog.
Nice boiled hot dogs, and you can make ice cubes out of your hot dog water and serve it to your enemies.
Wow.
That's a good idea, Linda.
Then freeze, cheaper that way. Yeah.
See, salt and vinegar fries. You can only do salt and vinegar fries if you make the fries with the skin still on them. Otherwise, you just have a container full of mushy potatoes with vinegar on them. We call them boardwalk fries here.
That wing place we go to, they have the crinkle fries, and then they have Cajun powder you can put on there. I mean, close to Cajun fries as you're going to get. I put that powder on there every time. So, yeah, Cajun fries are good stuff. But they're chicken wings, the boneless ones, are like freaking eating a piece of chicken every time.
Those are the biggest boneless wings I've ever seen.
They are huge.
And you know how most boneless wing places are like little chicken nuggets. These are literally, they have to be at least that thick. And I mean, I get a 5-piece, and it's got to at least be almost 2 pounds of chicken just right there.
Yeah, see, like today, I went after the doctor. I went to KFC, and I just got a chicken sandwich that came with 5 little bitty nuggets. I mean, oh my God, they were little teeny tiny nuggets, and some French fries, and that was $12 and something. Well, and a drink. I'm sorry. But I could go to the wing place and pay, what, $13.99 and get 10 boneless wings and a big old thing of fries and a drink for the same price. Or for $13.99. So
we don't eat fast food anymore. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You don't put ketchup on salt and vinegar fries. That's a sin. You don't do that.
Best fries are Thrasher's Boardwalk. Yeah, well, we don't have a Thrasher's Boardwalk, unfortunately.
Oh, I have Korean fried chicken. Oh my God, that shit's delicious. I don't know what they use in their seasoning, but it's the bomb. We got a place called Chicken Fish around here that is really good.
Yeah, they don't have any salt and vinegar seasoning at the wing place, but they'll probably be asking too much of them.
Those are the wrong kind of fries for salt and vinegar.
Yeah.
Like I said, you gotta have the skin.
Elbow is on.
It is. You gotta have the skin on the fries, or it's not Just like if you have open face roast beef, you can't have regular French fries for that. You have to have the steak fries, the big thick ones that can hold up to the gravy.
Are you trying to poke people's eyes out? Oh, that's why
Maybe.
you were like doing like this for a while. See, I have normal rounded off elbows. I will not
No,
impair somebody's vision.
mine are like hooked.
Ow,
I
ow.
will poke your eyes
They're
out.
very sharp. You have very sharp elbows.
They are. Look, they look even pointier like this. I don't know why they're so damn pointy. Let me get it.
Did you dislocate your arm bones?
Not that I'm aware. I've never even broken a bone, so I don't
Damn,
know
that's
why they're
just
so
a
pointy.
big old knob on the end. McDonald's fries are the ones to eat with ketchup. Yeah, seen a lot of videos on how they make McDonald's fries. I was like, damn, they do all that just to make fries? Okay. I'm not eating Brit fries. Vinegar up. Give me freedom fries.
Well, it's not just any vinegar. It's got to be malt vinegar. And I don't think those are Brit fries. We've had fucking salt and we've always called them boardwalk fries for us. You get them at like the state fair and shit. They're the big thick cut French fries with the skin on them with the malt vinegar and salt.
I've
And they're
never
called
tried
boardwalk
Limburger.
fries, not chips.
I've never had Limburger cheese. I know it's got a weird smell to it, so I've never seen a place.
I've never had that.
Yeah. Salt and vinegar potato chips, yes, I love those. I've had salt and vinegar pork skins, which I thought were
Pickled
actually
chips
delicious.
are really good too.
I got that. Yeah, salt and vinegar pork skins are just as good as freaking potato chips.
Mayo on fries? I've never tried.
I've
What
done
kind
that.
of mayo, Wally? What kind of mayo do they have in Florida? I'm a Duke's person myself.
Mayo on
But
fries.
I've never tried mayo on French fries.
It's good. I like putting pepper also.
Like mayonnaise is a necessity with turkey.
Especially if
Gotta
I go
have
to
mayonnaise on
Wendy's.
turkey.
For some reason, Wendy's, because they have the little ketchup cups, I will put ketchup in there and then I cover it in pepper. And then I dip my fries in there. So it's like pepper ketchup fry. It's good.
You know what we haven't had in a long time?
No, what's that?
Arby's.
A steak.
Arby's. All right. I want y'all's opinion now that we're talking about food. What is your opinion on fuck, I forgot the name of that shitty chicken place.
Cane's.
Cane's. What is your opinion on Cane's?
Hopefully
for those
y'all
of you that have
Cane's
been there.
in your state. Do you have a Cane's chicken place in your state?
That sounds like my kind of night, John Q. Yeah.
If you can get the dispenser to work, right, Will? Freaking dispenser
Hellman's.
broke half the time. Never heard of it? Oh.
You've never heard of it? Okay. Don't go. It's completely fucking overrated. They were okay.
Yeah, basically it's the most generic chicken fingers you can possibly think of.
And that's literally all they sell.
Yeah.
Is chicken fingers breaded and fried with zero seasoning whatsoever. And there was like, no, it's about the sauce. You mean ketchup and mayonnaise mixed together with some fucking pepper in it? That's what y'all are raving about?
That's it. And it's so weird because that's all they sell is those freaking chicken
tenders, or you can get chicken tenders on a bun.
That's it. And people go there, and I'm like, why are y'all paying?
The line is always wrapped around the building. And I'm like, do y'all have the taste buds of like a toddler? Because that is the most bland bullshit ever. See, Popeye's chicken is the bomb diggity. But me and Popeyes have a huge disagreement on what we consider gravy. That shit is not gravy. Gravy does not have vegetables in it.
Yeah, if you ever see a Cane's
Oh, I love Chick-fil-A.
Don't go there expecting good chicken because
No.
they do
Think
not
of
know.
the blandest fucking. They do have garlic bread that they give you though, which is pretty goddamn good. But
Yeah, and they charge you. So if you want more than one sauce, you have to pay 25 or 50 cents per sauce. It's like, really, your sauce isn't that damn good, honestly.
no, it's not.
So, but they put no seasoning on the chicken. It is the most
None.
bland chicken you could ever eat. White people are lined up
It
for
is
that place.
white
I have
people
no
chicken.
idea.
I'm gonna say that right now. It is white people chicken. It has got. If you could do negative seasoning, if you could suck the flavor out of the chicken before you fried it, that's what they've done.
Yeah. It's terrible, man. We went there
Well,
once
that was
and I was
disgusting too, Junk You.
like, that was the
But-
last time.
But I always hear people talking about Cane's, of how great it is, and it's so awesome. And every time we drive by it, the line's wrapped around the door, and I just don't understand where the hype is coming from.
No,
I mean,
Chesters
you know,
here, Scott.
I've never seen people line up around the building for a fucking Big Mac, Junk You.
Well, the only other place I see lined up like that is Chick-fil-A, but that's understandable.
But that moves. Those people at Chick-fil-A got that shit down. Cane's is shit,
Raising
Kyle.
Cane's is life? Really?
I do like the fact that they donate the proceeds, not all of it, but some of it. But maybe it's different where you're at, but I have never had some flavorless fucking chicken tenders.
Yeah, we're not big fans, Kyle. You can have every bit of it. You can have every bit of it, Kyle.
Yeah. I'll donate mine to you because it's trash. Now, like I said, it might be different where you're at, but here,
yeah.
No.
Oh, within 8 hours. Ours is literally right down the street. There's a Raising Cane's, and you're right. It says Cane's, but it is called Raising Cane's. It's right down the street, but it's just the most blandest chicken I've ever had in my life. I was like, what the hell
that
are
was
they doing
back in the day, John Q, when you could get a combo meal for $3.25. And that was at Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's. That's when Chick-fil-A was the most expensive fast food. And now it's
maybe we got a bad
they don't
cook.
have that here, Kyle. You have a chicken sandwich on a bun, which is just a chicken tender on a bun. So maybe the menus are slightly different. But yeah, we didn't have Texas toast.
Yeah, that would be nice. Texas toast would be good. So I don't know.
I mean, shit, the labor pool, who gives a shit about that? That you could throw some fucking seasoning in the batter. It's not that difficult. Hell, even some salt would make a fucking difference.
Something.
See, and that's what's crazy. You said they're real big in Louisiana. Isn't Louisiana known for flavor? Because Cane's here is lacking all of it.
Y'all making me hungry. What's up, Hunter?
Sorry.
How you doing, bud? I haven't seen you in a while. Usually you post videos all the time. Maybe it's because you're posting videos of dinos and stuff. I mean, you have posted a couple Facebook videos of you flying, which you are exceeding at, which is awesome. But and your son is growing up so fast. Oh my God, dude. It's like crazy.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the sauce either, Kyle. I'm just like, I'm not a fan of any of it. Yeah, well, Chick-fil-A, the secret to Chick-fil-A is they soak their chicken in pickle juice. There's powdered sugar in the breading, and they pressure fry it, which you cannot. I tried. They don't have at-home pressure fryers, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Because somebody would fuck themselves up.
They would blow themselves up with a pressure fryer. Yeah.
So you can try to duplicate the recipe. Again, pickle juice and powdered sugar is the main component, but you cannot duplicate the pressure frying. I like Chick-fil-A.
Yes, I like Chick-fil-A.
Delicious bigotry. Yes, I know what they stand for. Yes, I know where their money goes. I'm gonna fucking eat it anyway.
Well, it's because
I like Chick-fil-A. It's good.
I mean, they're not as expensive as a lot of the other fast food places now.
No, it was cheaper to go to Chick-fil-A than it was to go to Wendy's.
Yeah, Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King are all more expensive now than Chick-fil-A. Go figure,
Our Fuddruckers closed, but Fuddruckers was always expensive.
Fuddruckers, man. There's one that I know of that's still in Georgia. And yeah, I love Fuddruckers, man. That was awesome. I would get the big old like 1 pound burger. Freaking huge burger. And onion rings, and yeah, I was good.
No, I wouldn't say you can get great fried chicken from any franchise, but the little Korean place we have around the corner, they've got good Korean fried chicken. It's really good.
Okay, Hunter. Close enough.
You're getting a Popeyes finally. You need a Sonic. Now, Sonic, I like their breakfast sandwiches, and who doesn't like tater tots? And the big jumbo diet cherry limeade is pretty damn good too.
Hunter, just so you know, that FYK that's in chat, we're trying to get him to go fly a paramotor. Did I lose connection? That gummit,
Well, you
says
froze.
I'm offline. Okay.
I like Red Robin too. They got a good mushroom Swiss burger.
So you need to let Mr. FYK, which is Kyle, by the way, let him know that paramotoring will change his life. Just saying. You found training, 3 hours. Going to try and get there before end of the sunny season. Hey, Kyle, I kid you not, dude. Once you get a taste of it, you're going to be hooked. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. That's all you're going to talk about, which I drive Munchkin up the wall with it. But it's like nothing else you could ever do, man. I can't. It's freaking.
Well, Wally, when you eat Chick-fil-A, you don't taste the sweetness.
Will, that's funny.
That's in their breading is
paramotoring will change your
powder
weight.
Sugar. Yes, it will. I do. The only problem I have with Red Robin is last time we went, we couldn't really take advantage of the fries because our waitress wouldn't fucking come back. And it's like, is that how you get away with not providing endless fries? Is your waitress just drops your food off and disappears? But they do have a really good spinach artichoke dip.
Slappy, I seriously doubt I would be the first one to eat fried chicken on a paramotor. I can guarantee that. Hell, Tucker took up a microwave or some kind of cooking utensil and cooked a meal and ate it while he was flying. I mean, he's already tried to do every kind of crazy thing you can think of. So, I'm definitely not trying to bring up a freaking microwave on my paramotor so I can cook while I'm flying. But I get what you're saying. I mean,
That does sound right, Kyle. The King Cobra, what they're trying to do is get you to download their damn apps. So, like, we get the Burger King coupons, which are buy one, get one free. Those are great deals. But trying regular prices, the same with going to the grocery store. If I don't use my damn MVP card at the grocery store, it's going to cost me almost $20 to $30 each grocery store trip. So they're all they want you to download the app, and I ain't got time for that shit. Why does everything need a fucking app? I don't want to log in and have to scan a code. I don't want it. I just want food. I don't need an app. Get off my lawn.
Kyle, kiting is basically where you start, but he does need to teach you about the wing before you kite, about the risers,
or your
brakes.
Ass is going to get yanked up off the ground and into the trees.
Well, I mean, as long as they're good trainers, then they should show you everything about how you hook in, whether you're doing a forward or reverse. If you're kiting, you're probably going to be doing mostly reverse, which you kind of need a little wind for. If you're doing forwards, then yeah, you don't really need that much wind for forwards, but you hook in a little differently. But if they're a certified trainer, I should put, then yeah, you should be in good hands. Kiting is fun, man. It's a lot of exercise, but you won't even realize you're doing exercise because it's so fun.
Till the next morning.
Yeah, the next morning you might be sore.
Yeah, we do have one of those, Slappy. It's the kind that you put in your chair that you sit on, and it goes all the way up the back and sits on the armrest. It's under the bed in
A
its box
coin-op
currently, but
massage chair
you
on
can
his
put that
paramotor
on the
trike.
paramotor.
Y'all, okay. There's only so many accessories you can do. I mean,
Very true, Scott.
I was being funny when I
Speaking
said
of Timu,
spinners. Put spinners on my trike. You know, that would be cool. They'd have to be some small spinners, but I could do it.
y'all like my 4th of July flip flops.
Whoa, those are
Aren't they
bright.
cute? Yeah,
So she got
$4.
4th of July flip flops and shorts and
Mm-hmm.
a top. I didn't buy any 4th of July stuff.
See, this is why you got to watch out for Timu, though, right? Because I wanted this shirt because I really like the shirt, and it was like $11 for the set. So I dig the shirt. I think the shirt is cute as hell. The shirt is like a cotton polyester, but it had like a little pair of capri pants with it. The pants are printed jeans. They're printed. Those are not jeans. They are like legging material that are printed to look like jeans. So I would have been really disappointed if I was trying to they're not banning Timu. They're trying to ban TikTok, but they're not banning TikTok.
We need retractable landing gear for the paramotor. Yeah, well, that's what the retractor trike is supposed to be for. But I mean, honestly, because I've done both, I've done foot launch and trike. The trike is way easier to land. It's way less worry about breaking a prop, and you can fill your gas tank all the way up and not worry about how heavy it is. That's the advantages. I do think that even though I have good weight shift authority on the trike, I think you get better weight shift foot launching. But then again, you have to worry about when you're landing. Now, as far as needing more space for a trike to launch, I really can't tell the difference because by the time my wing comes up and I know it's straight, when I hit the gas, I'm in the air, man. If I can take off from this small field behind my house, then I've done it foot launch and trike, and either one takes about the same amount of space, so I'm good with that. Now, I got a factory R, but it's really not the factory R. It's the 140 prop that's giving me all that push, which I do enjoy.
I mean, I don't see how they could ban an app in one state because, I mean, I suppose if they could do it for vaping where they say the post office can't deliver it, but I don't see how they could do that. But I've never had any issues with Timu. I think the only issue they have with Timu is the same issue they have with TikTok, is because it's China. It's okay if the government buys shit from China, but God forbid we do, because we're cutting out the middleman, which is the problem. Now, I will be honest, I use my credit card on Timu. I don't use my bank card. I would not advise anybody link their bank card to Timu. If you don't have a credit card, get a prepaid Visa and read the reviews, because not everything is created equal. I don't buy electronics. I buy costume jewelry. I buy cheap shoes and t-shirts. I've got some work shirts, but I've never spent over $20 on any one item. And that's the way I'm going to keep it, because it's hit and miss. You know, you might get some shit that are crap, but now they're trying to ban TikTok too. I mean, you know, anything that's, well, like even on TikTok, you know, everything's the TikTok shop, right? So they were talking the chair that I'm sitting in, right? They kept advertising on TikTok. So I looked it up on Amazon. I bought it cheaper on Amazon that you could get it through the TikTok shop. So everything has got a market for it. Just be careful and do your research. I'm happy with my Timu purchases. I've got some cute costume jewelry that goes with my work clothes that cost me less than $4. You know, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, Kyle, if you enjoyed parasailing, you will love paramotoring. It's that simple. Because, yeah, I mean, I'm the same way, because I went parasailing and I was like, wow. Because I thought it was going to be bumpy and stuff, you know, riding on a parasail, but it was so smooth and so amazing to see everything from up in the sky because, you know, they got you on a line that just lets you way out. But it was very smooth. So, yeah, it's very same experience paramotoring, but it's just you have the option to turn and go anywhere you want, which is way better paramotoring. And there are companies now, don't get discouraged if you think, oh, the paramotor costs too much money. Like Florida Flight Sports, PPG Gorilla runs that. They do financing. So if you got good credit, you could pay for a paramotor with payments instead of like, oh, I need this big lump sum of money. You could do it that way. There's various companies that do financing. I think One Up Adventures does it also. So there you go. I got to know. Okay, what? So way different Facebook. China cat videos.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting spied on all the fucking time. Just having a smartphone. I don't care. I don't care. I don't put tape over my fucking camera on my computer either. If someone's bored enough to watch my office or watch me walking back and forth in the kitchen, more fucking power to you. I don't give a shit.
That's one of the cool features about the camera I have. When I'm not broadcasting, my camera turns straight down. It can't see anything. I don't have to put a cover over my camera because it covers itself.
I'm
It
not putting
literally
the camera
points straight down.
Well, I mean, just like you get those spam emails that were like, "We're gonna release all the video footage from your camera." Go for it. Send it to me too.
Yeah,
I'd
I
like
told
to see
them
what
the
the fuck
same
I've been
thing.
doing.
I got
Yeah,
one of them. I was like, yeah, go ahead, post it. I might get famous.
right. I mean, there's probably some pretty interesting shit on there. I don't care.
He is a
I don't
good guy,
care.
Will. He is a good guy. I'm glad that they offer the financing thing because a lot of people can't afford a paramotor right off the bat. I mean, that's a lot of money, and I totally get that. But if you can pay through it for financing, I mean, it's cheaper than buying a freaking Harley or something like that. Hell, you can buy a jet ski that costs that much. But I think paramotoring is a lot more fun than a
Well,
jet
I
ski.
like the fact that you guys can go to training and use someone else's equipment instead of spending
Right, right.
tens of thousands of dollars to find out that
You don't like
okay,
it?
that was cool, and that was enough for me.
Your Harley's almost paid off. There you go. So, it once you go through training and stuff and you get your first flight in, which that would be an awesome video to see, just to see your reaction once you get on the ground, then we'll know then if you plan on moving forward with it because it literally it's
I mean,
like
hell,
nothing.
if it's 3 hours away too, I mean, this may be a little unscrupulous, but if it's one of these places that's like come back for training as often as you want, hey, it's going to be a nice weekend. I'm going to go back for some more training. I'll just fly on their shit.
Kyle,
but yeah, I mean,
Kyle, that's the same thing that I told Munchkin. I was like, hey, I'm going to go do training and I'm going to fly.
He knew damn well
And
he wasn't going to.
I said, I'm going to see if it's something that I just want to do one time or if it's something I want to do all the time. And there was no question. So
there was never a question, sir. There was never
there
a question.
There was.
No, there was not. There wasn't.
So,
see,
yeah.
you don't get to use the word unscrupulous very often in conversation, do you? But yeah, if you're close enough to one of them training schools, you can just keep going back for training. But you lose the freedom of just being able to go wherever you want.
You
just fly off for an hour or two.
You see the video of my first flight, and I finally got in the air, which was on the Atom 80, which is too small for my weight.
Big ass. Mm-hmm.
So I got up in the air, and then you can hear Munchkin. Now my panic can start.
Yeah, because you had to land.
Yeah.
As long
Yeah,
as you're flying around up there, everything's fine. The landing is sketch.
yeah, that landing
I
was
feel much
sketch
more
too.
comfortable with you on a trike because it's much harder to break all your bones.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm not going to sit there for 8 hours, John Q. I'm just saying. Um, I can't. I can't eat like I used to, or even like I want to. Where did we go? We went to Chinese and we went to the Mongolian buffet, right? And it's not that expensive.
You
It's like
miss Irish.
$14 a person. And I think we both had like one plate and we're like, I can't eat anymore. I'm so full because they have the best coconut shrimp
We ate
ever.
2
It's
plates,
delicious.
which I think is not enough for all you can eat, but well, I mean,
I was
it's a
stuffed.
buffet, so yeah.
I couldn't eat no more.
Yeah, after the second plate of that shrimp, I was like, yeah, I can't eat anymore, but I don't want I'm the type of guy that I don't like wasting food, you know, and they can't like put it back in there if you've had it on your plate. So I was like, I got to eat all this, even though I was stuffed to the gill. So I ate like almost everything. I left very little on my plate because I don't want them getting mad. Oh, you get all this food, you know, eat. Why you get all this food?
Now we're gonna have to go back and watch
The
John
free
Panette again.
flying lessons? Oh my God. Do not, by any means, go to that guy that says he does free training. Oh my God. Don't do that. Yeah, he'll get you in the air. You may die. Um, I, I mean, I just don't.
To be fair, he has never killed anyone, and we all know someone that has
Yeah,
twice.
but he doesn't really go through the proper training procedures to train you to be able to fly. You will fly while you're there. When you get home, you won't have a clue what you're doing. And I mean, Will can vouch or not vouch. He will get you in the air.
Well, that guy's in Florida. I don't
But
see Kyle going from South Dakota to fucking Florida,
and
so I don't think that's going to be an issue.
he says he does foot launch training, but he mainly trains trikes, which I can see if he trains you with that when you get home, you could probably still fly. If it's foot launch, as soon as you leave there, when you get home, you won't have a clue what you're doing. You won't be able to get in the air, and you would have bought all that equipment for nothing because you have to buy the equipment from
Totally
him
was
to get the
talking about.
free training.
Yeah, but you're going to Disney. You're not going to Florida for training.
Yeah, the training
Florida
is
and
there
Ohio.
is aviators in Florida. I'm just saying. That's the biggest training school. I mean, you can definitely do aviator because
John Q, he wussed out. He had to put his paper towel or his napkin over his plate because he didn't want the waitress to see how much he left. But we were. I thought he was going to hurl on the table because he was struggling for every bite. He's like,
I
I
was
can't eat. It's like
struggling,
right
man.
here. I can't eat anymore.
I was
Yeah.
struggling hardcore.
Yeah, but it was really good.
All right, I'll give us till 10:30. I went over, but I'll give us a few more minutes because you had a lot to say.
He's a douche, Tiger. I mean, I've never met the guy, and I try not to watch paramotor videos. I really do. He's a douchebag. If you looked up douchebag in the dictionary, it would be his stupid face right next to it. He's a glorified fucking used computer salesman. I just
Wow,
watching
so
him get
knows
humiliated
wow.
when he tried to run for office that one time was fucking hilarious. But yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, he doesn't have free training. And matter of fact, the equipment that he sells no longer can be sold or bought. So, well, I mean,
but wait, I thought if you didn't use that equipment, you were going to die. You were flying a death trap.
Yeah, but I guess he went out of business. You can't buy flat tops anymore.
That's so sad.
Yeah. Not to mention, that thing was a gigantic weight on your back. I don't know how anybody with steadfast arms on it. So weight shift, you couldn't really weight shift on that paramotor because the arms are in place. They don't go anywhere. So it's like, how am I going to move? I didn't like the flat top. Just don't. The only thing good about that whole frame was it had strong netting. That's about it. Yeah, that I agree, Will. They got great training, but it is quite expensive. It really depends on what you want to get out of your training experience, I guess. I just know if you go to Aviator, they give you so many flights before you even leave the school. And they have a regimen they go by. And literally, like, okay, this day we're going to do kiting. This day we're going to do towing. This day we're going to do
How could
tandem
you
flight.
tell John Q? I no, I truly feel horrible for him that he can't sell his products anymore. The tiniest violin.
Where's SLC?
Fuck that guy. He's a
Downtown.
douche.
Yeah, SLC is downtown.
Salt Lake City.
Yeah. Yeah, if he flew through the buildings, they should not the FCC, the FAA should have came and locked his ass up. That's what should have happened. And fined him. Because I know none of us are stupid enough to
Well,
try
if he
something
didn't get
like
fined for killing 2 fucking people, he's not going to get fined for flying downtown at Salt Lake City.
Yeah, I'm not.
I hate that guy. He's never done anything to me. I've never talked. I just don't fucking like him. I don't. No, he doesn't. He does sarcasm. Yeah, sarcasm is my second language. He doesn't. Yeah, he's not fluent. They arrested him. Good. Put him under the jail. I don't like him. Fucking douche.
Nice. Yeah, anything that wasn't his equipment was a death trap, and oh, you're gonna die. Even though there's millions of videos on YouTube of people flying other wings and other equipment that are just fine.
And as far as I know, he's the only big trainer that's actually been involved with killing 2 people.
Yeah, I mean, there's other people that's died, but
yeah, but not during training with him actively participating.
Almost every accident that you see paramotor wise is pilot error. I won't say 100% of them are, but 90% at least are pilot error.
Well, that's why they're accidents. I mean, it's not equipment failures. It's equipment failure because people are human and they make mistakes.
Yeah.
But when you're training somebody and you're actively involved, then he is a massive twat. Yeah. Just his attitude. He's just a fucking douche. Yeah, I don't like him at all.
Here's my American Express black card. Yeah, I don't want to die. Let's use your equipment. Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah. I mean, even backcountry, my toggles that I bought from Backcountry PPG, I sent them back, which Trevor has been great with that. I know he's not in chat or anything like. He said, well, hey, hold on, it says I'm offline for the 3rd or 4th time.
We're here, I can hear you.
All right, there we go. So Trevor said, look, when did you buy your toggles? And I told him, and then he goes, oh man, we've updated them since then. We got new magnets. They're stronger, et cetera, et cetera. And he asked, do I want to send them back in to get them upgraded? And I was like, well, if it's got stronger magnets, I'm all about that, because basically the hang point, the system I have on my current wing, I hate. You can see almost on every video, not my left hand, my right hand, I'm always trying to hook that damn brake and it won't hook. By the time I hook it up, it's already time to grab the brakes again because it took me too long to hang my brake up. So anyways, they upgraded my, I mailed them over back to Backcountry PPG. They upgraded them and they shipped them back for free. So that was pretty cool of them to do. And then he sent me an email, hey, Scuba, Well, he didn't say scuba, but we upgraded your toggles. If you have any questions, let us know, et cetera, et cetera. He was really cool about it. Which I never installed them. So my toggles were brand new. And the only reason I haven't installed them is because I'm so scared I'm going to get the bowline knot wrong. I've watched videos on how to tie that knot, which it is a weird knot, but to get them the right length exactly, it's like, what if I'm off by an inch? Is it going to pull too much brake? And I take off and then I pull to the right? That would suck. So I'm going to mark where it's at now and then just go back with that same setting. That way I don't have any problems. Even though I think I could probably lose an inch or two and still be okay on my brakes because I have to pull so far to flare. Even though the last time I flared worked out really good, and I think it's because I made sure that my brakes were all the way up to the pulley when I came into land on that trike landing. I could feel the flare that time. I started to flare when I got near the ground, and I was coming in fast because there was no wind. And I could feel the flare level out, and I just kind of touched down. I mean, I didn't like smooth, but it kind of just boom.
I missed a conversation. Now, twat is completely different. Twat is special. I mean, Will, you want to know what a twat is? It's Del Shansi, right? He's the definition of a twat. But no, the C word, that's in the States, that's reserved for a special kind of fuckery to get called a cunt. But yeah, I know a couple.
Oh, I spelled it wrong.
It's definitely not a greeting here. You know you done fucked up if somebody calls you that.
John Q took the last seat. Oh, and I put Mo Heist.
Well, you gonna fucking rob yourself?
I was gonna try. That's okay. Y'all gonna die
Cuban?
because everybody dies.
No, that's a good sandwich. We had a restaurant here that made a really good Cuban for being a little. It was Beef O'Brady, so it's a fucking chain restaurant, but they had a good Cuban sandwich. Oh, you succeeded.
Y'all won, and I didn't even get in on that one. Dadgummit. Finally, it won. I think Darthing fixed
John Q won 12 coins.
And he took because he bet 3. I mean, come on.
I mean, maybe that's what John Q has to do, a low bid for it to finally win. Don't spend all that in one place, John Q.
Yeah, that's you got a healthy bit of spending there to do.
Hi, Bandit. Meow.
So what time we got to be at that thing tomorrow?
It starts at 1. I'm supposed to text Jeff when we leave. If we're taking the car, I do need to do the windshield again because it's still kind of grubby. And when the sun hits it, I can't fucking see. I got to text him when we leave. He's in Virginia Beach already. So he's just going to meet us over there to give us the tickets and for me to grab all the coasters and flashlights and shit. I have the banner in the car. And Joe is supposed to be there already with the table set up. So we just got to bring everything in there.
We need to take the truck because of a couple reasons, especially if we have to take all the coasters and all that. Plus, the chairs are in the truck. And I don't want to try to load all that stuff into the car.
That sounds fine to me.
Look at this.
I cannot see with your big ass in the screen.
Scott's trying to do what they did to me back in the day. That doesn't work anymore.
He hasn't drank enough for it to work, but yeah.
That's probably it. I haven't drank enough for that to work.
Well, and our pork loin was done like right when a fresh car with a clean windshield. No, John Q. I only get his leftover cars that he doesn't want anymore. He's like, just take it. You can sell it. I just want it out of my driveway. And I'm like, why don't you sell it? And he's like, I don't just take it. So the free car has cost me quite a bit already. But I mean, it works. My plan is once I get my car fixed that we can
King
share
Cobra
the
is
car with the
brave. He thinks
kids if
we'll
they need
win
it.
again. I don't know if I want to
You
get
never
in on
know.
that one. You never know.
You never know.
As many times as we lost, and now he's gonna do it again. I don't
Got your
know.
fat.
Scott's like, I'm gonna bet
Got the
5.
fat kitty. Ow. Okay, I won't pinch your fat.
All right,
Don't use
I'll
claws, that
bet
hurts.
4,000. Just because we're probably gonna lose.
Don't bite my mouse pad. What are you doing?
Yeah, you can't flip 500,000 coins, Cloud Chucker. I mean, good try, but so we got
you
1, 2,
Don't bite
3.
me.
We need one more person on the mod heist. That's too much money, Cloud Chucker. There you go. Oh, Cloud Chucker, he was able to bet 500,000. Holy crap!
See, John Q, I think he had an ulterior motive. I think he wants me to be able to stay late. So he's like, no, she's been leaving at like 5 because Steve wants to go home. And
we won again.
And he's not salary, so I think he had an ulterior motive. But yeah, I mean, he's got a Tesla.
Smoke mods and dead 18650s. We got
his wife
clean,
has got a new vehicle, so he didn't want the old one no more. Look at your big ass.
Yeah, that's a lose. Even though we got away clean, we didn't die. We just got bull crap. We got smoke mods and dead 18650s. That's bad.
Don't bite me, you shithead.
What is a dead 18650? It's a battery crank.
Battery.
Yeah, it's just like these batteries in here. Those are 18650s.
I mean, if that was the case, he'd give me the Tesla. But no.
Yeah, the Tesla, and if he gives us that, well, that would be awesome. Especially since he's already paid for the self-driving, which is way expensive. I don't know why he's like, oh yeah, I got that. Really? Because I
talked him into getting a Tesla.
Watched videos on how much it costs, and I was like,
he didn't want to get it and kept, well, there's nothing wrong with this car and it's expensive. And I'm like, look, you're an attorney. You can't be showing up to pick up agents to take them out to lunch at a fucking Mitsubishi Galant. You need a decent car. And he ordered it, and then it was like a year before it'd be delivered. So he kept waffling back and forth about, I'm going to cancel it. And he didn't even order it himself. He made his wife do it because he couldn't bring himself to do it.
The funny thing is, he's never even washed that car one time.
No.
That's a dirty Tesla right there.
He did finally get it. Was it his inspection or his registration was like 7 months overdue? Something like that.
That man, I swear. It's like, really, dude? Your Tesla doesn't even look the color it's supposed to be anymore. It's so dirty.
No.
He drives the dirtiest Tesla in Virginia.
Well, his daughter comes in. She works for us part-time, and I'm like, you didn't want the white car? She's like, oh, no. Damn it. Yeah, I can't remember what kind of car she has, but it's a cute little car. It's newer than any of the ones we have.
It's not a Forester. It's a Subaru something, though. 72 Ford Galaxy. There you go.
I mean, it works, and when I get my car fixed, we'll have an extra one, and if Katie needs to use it one time, or it seems to be good on gas mileage, and
yeah,
it's not falling apart. The inside, it's just dirty. It just needs to be clean. It's not
the
ripped up or trashed
kind of rusty. I don't like that, but
yeah,
we need to go too, Will. I mean, it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's got 195,000 miles on it, so it's definitely been up and down the roads a few times.
It's been around the block a few times, yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys have a great weekend. Next weekend is going to be a long one. I don't know where I'll be on next Friday. We may be here, we may not. We may be casting from Eastern Shore. I don't know what the heck's gonna happen.
Give Canes another. So you're saying I got to bring my own seasoning and then it'll be good. Now I got to admit the fries and the garlic bread are pretty damn good, but I don't get the hype about the chicken.
Yeah.
She is still drawing robo chipmunks. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Very welcome, Kramer. Thank you for coming to watch. We will catch you guys same bat time, same bat channel next week. Until then, Kyle, make sure you get your training.
That's a good idea. We'll try that next time. He said, put the chicken on the garlic bread.
Put the chicken on the bread. All right, got to make sure we get the bread. We'll try that dry chicken and hope. Yeah. All right, see y'all later. Have a good one. Peace out.
Night.